Hello and welcome to the Game Informer stream of World of Warcraft Legion. We're doing a live stream today of some of the new stuff that's available today. And I'm Dan Tack, and I'm here with Suriel.
Hi.
And Wade's over there. We'll be handling all your questions and stuff.
Yeah, I'm on the mic.
I'm on chat too, so if Wade misses anything, I'll
Which is sure to happen.
Yeah.
This will never happen.
So yeah, this is Legion.
This
Dan,
is.
What do you think so far?
Okay, so I've been playing since it launched at, midnight PST last night. So far, it's felt a lot like World of Draenor in terms of questing and leveling, but certainly a lot more epic in terms of how they're handling the story and the characters. So, this is basically the new garrison right here, the class hall. So I'm here with all the other Death Knights. Death Knights are sort of unique in this aspect because they sort of already had a class hall along with monks and other people who had their little secret zone. But obviously things have modified a bit. Instead of having this super annoying long cooldown, like you have to manage 20 guys, now you can only manage like 5. And they're all very serious. The rewards are better. You're not farming for, the materials to do them.
Okay,
and you can bring them in combat with you, which I'm going to set one right now.
Where is this located right now? Oh, this is on the Broken Island.
Yes. This is sort of like, the floating tower in the sky for Death Knights. And I've just added a combat ally, so this guy will come and help me while I'm fighting outside. You can only have 5 of these guys, unlike the garrisons where you load up with 20 of them and just have a bunch of pointless missions.
Right.
And this is big upgrade systems actually here. For your class hall, you make choices every tier here. So we can either get a death charge or hitching post once a day, which will let me perform mounted combat for a short duration. That's pretty cool. Or increases the success chance of all missions with hazard by 10%. I'm going to take that one. So in 4 hours, we'll have that one. So this is like a couple different trees to go up to. And we're going to go check out my artifact now, too.
Yeah, so I mean, this new updated, quote-unquote garrison, it's more like refined than the last one was?
Certainly. It's more about going there as your base, but not your like the be-all, end-all, the only place you're going to hang out, all your professions and everything. This is more of like you're going to work on your artifact here, as we're doing now. This is basically an entire new talent tree system, and it varies by spec and weapon. Mm-hmm. So as a Frost Death Knight, I have very different weapons than an Unholy Death Knight or a Mage or anything. And so this is basically a talent tree that you fill out with artifact points, which is basically a separate XP bar. So yeah, you got lots of stuff to do here, and you can change the colors, and you unlock all these different looks for them as you go up.
Oh, that's a cool weapon. I like that.
Yeah, and we'll unlock way cooler ones. We're still kind of early on, obviously. Oh, so here we can take the traits back.
SPW Plays in the chat wants to know if there will be tactics.
Will there be tactics?
There are always tactics,
okay.
As long as I'm here.
And Killer7 Tom wants to know how to spell my name. It is Suriel. So yeah, from my perspective, I'm kind of a lapsed WoW player. I stopped playing a while ago, around the time of Lich King. Like right between there and Cataclysm, I stopped playing. But I've more or less kept up with WoW, partially through my brother, who was a very hardcore raider for a long time.
It's cute for a dungeon while
yeah.
We're probably not going to get one because no one's doing dungeons today because everyone wants to get the zone quest done, get their faction started and all that stuff. But we'll see if one pops.
But you're already, ahead of the curve, so you're ready for a dungeon.
And everything is scaled. Remember that. That's a very cool part about this expansion.
Oh, explain that for us.
You can do the zones in any order because they'll just scale to your level. So.
Oh, okay. So as opposed to like previous expansions where there's like, okay, this one is only for the level 70 through 73.
Right. The Broken Isles will all scale with you, no matter what level you are. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Does that remove incentive to go to different areas?
Does it remove it? No, because you're still going to want to go to all of them because, again, this is done on sort of the World of Draenor questing system where even if the quest is for a green item, it could pop purple, you could get that random upgrade and just get an amazing item.
Yeah.
So you want to do all your quests, get your reputation gain started. I mean, it's still got all that stuff. Hopefully not a whole lot of daily stuff. That was a little bit overdone in Mist of Pandaria. And then they went like a completely different pattern with World of Draenor. I think this might hit the sweet spot between the two, but too early to call on that spot for sure.
I like that they brought back Dalaran. The first thing I did when I booted up this expansion was I went to the toy shop in Dalaran.
Yeah, well, of course. You got to have a good toy collection, right? And you got to get that train. Come on.
Yeah, they still sell the train. They also sell a new Warbot, which I picked up.
I'll have to get that.
for 400 gold.
I'll get the train smashing kit. We'll
Yep.
call you a raid.
You got to have that.
So we've been. I'm on a class quest right now. The order hall also gives you many very themed class quests. Very on top of getting your artifact quest, which is really sweet. For the Death Knight, you're gonna go and do some cool stuff with the Lich King, yada yada yada, without any spoilers. And you basically get all kinds of like unique class quests as well as you level up. So you want to do those. That's what we're doing here. We've been told to go see someone in the Undercity. So we actually get to go to the old world for some things as well.
Have you done any of the Demon Hunter stuff yet?
Yeah, just the basic stuff that we could do in the beta. I am determined. I've played Flavor of the Month in every WoW expansion.
Right.
And I was determined this time to not do it. So I picked something that deliberately would not be overpowered.
Did you like the Worgen in...
Yeah.
I think that was
I think
Cataclysm.
the Worgen is the only thing about the Alliance that I like.
So you're a hardcore horde.
I am
guy?
hardcore Horde, yes.
Okay. I think I was horde when I played as well.
Although
also
I
like
did-
all the sick moves you're
In
you're doing with
vanilla,
your
I did
horse.
start as Alliance, but that was short-lived. I've been Horde since BC.
What was your race and class?
I was a Warlock human
All right,
originally.
All right.
I believe I was in a blood elf.
And that was
hunter.
back when Warlocks were actually awful. Like, they didn't have any... They had no idea what they were doing with that class then. I was
Wait,
like,
is this the Undercity?
yes.
Okay.
We were told to go here to see a man. So
See
we're
a
doing
man
that.
about a horse.
Wasn't it about her? I don't think it was...
See a man
I don't
on a
think
horse.
That's what happened, Wade.
While you're on a horse.
It says to go here. Where is this thing? What? I didn't
Oh,
see...
have you not explored this
Oh,
zone?
here we go.
There he
No.
is.
Well met.
All right. We're going to rescue somebody. This is cool. I don't know what we're doing. This is how, this is how things go. I've actually had a couple of cool quests, so I've cleared 2 of the zones. This expansion really incentivizes you to clear the zone out, like do all the quests, because
Someone
it gives you some really powerful gear at the end.
Someone asks, Dan, what's your favorite scary movie?
Of all time?
Yeah.
Jeez. Let's go with the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
All right. Classic pick there.
Don't get me wrong, I like modern stuff, but meh. Oh, man, these ghouls.
I need to target something first.
All right.
I like that floating sword.
Yeah, so that's actually my artifact weapon's passive power. I get these 2 shards. These are basically the 2 shards of Frostmourne. Return
that's
of
cool.
some Lord of the Rings stuff.
Yeah.
It broke, and
I
these are
need
the
to
2
get
shards turned into 2 swords. So
So-
they have different names, and they pop up, and they both do basically passive damage.
That's really cool.
And as you know, Frosty K's they've got pretty good AoE.
Yeah. I'm guessing that, each class has their own legendary weapon, right?
Absolutely, every class and spec has their own unique
Yeah.
artifact weapon.
That's one of the downsides of being a ret pally is I don't have access to this awesome Frostmourne weapon.
You get both, you get Ashbringer
Yep,
and
Ashbringer's cool.
I mean, and you can get more than one artifact weapon. Once you get level 102, you can get all 3 of your artifacts if you want. And then you can just level them up, as you desire. But it's probably better to get one max first, but if you want to level them side by side, it's not going to make a big difference. You can get artifact power all over the place. Random drops, quests, everything.
Someone wants to know if any of us have played Guild Wars, the greatest MMO ever created.
The original Guild Wars is
I played some.
is
of
up
it.
there with the best MMOs ever created. I absolutely adored the original Guild Wars.
SRPK360. Dan, as someone who hasn't played WoW in years, can you tell me about the most prominent features that could entice a noob like me to play again?
Jeez, when did he stop playing? I mean, there's so many stuff.
Yeah?
I can't say that the game has gotten so accessible over the years. Perhaps a little bit to the detriment of the super hardcore players, but I think it's actually finally struck a good balance. You can certainly get in and enjoy at any level of play at this
I am
point.
here to
So as a last WoW player myself, I think the thing that drove me away was the idea that I would have to at some point dedicate myself to a regular guild or a raid group, and was told like, okay, if you're going to be raiding, you're going to have to be available for X number of nights a week, and you have to dedicate X amount of time. And so that was kind of one of those things where I was like, I either have to invest a whole lot in it or just kind of abandon it.
Yeah, hey,
because it's
I
not
understand that
gonna be
completely. I was an old school hardcore raider. And yeah, it'll consume you if you're not careful. So, and again, today you don't have to do that. Today that is not the case. In fact, one of the really cool things about this expansion, and even the last, is what they call mythic 5-man dungeons. And that way you basically get tough experience that you can play just with 4 friends, and you don't need to dedicate,
That's cool.
you know, specific nights to do it. And especially this expansion, they're bringing back the Karazhan raid as a 5-man mythic dungeon, which is going to be super awesome.
Does it have disco lights like it does in Hearthstone?
I don't think it's going to have the Hearthstone disco lights, though. It won't quite be the same experience, but I could be wrong.
Yeah. And was it Medivh or Khadgar that was
Being held nearby.
the host?
We must.
In the Hearthstone one, it's
Yeah.
Medivh, right?
Yeah.
We're saving Medivh or something.
And he's got, like a John Travolta disco jumpsuit.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I never expected them to take that route for Karazhan. But hey, it works. I'm enjoying that expansion as well.
Yeah, that's one thing I've always liked about Blizzard is they're never afraid to just go in like some completely silly direction and also take their fantasy lore very, very seriously.
Ooh, yeah, I don't know about that one, but yeah.
Dogface Pig asks, was the GI staff surprised that Legion launched with relatively no issues besides
We
minor
actually had a
quest bugs?
conversation about this in the office, and I was like, nah, it'll be fine. They've gotten better at launches over and over. They knew what to expect this time. They've had lots of practice with those terrible launches, right? And they're not even terrible. I mean, I go into this expecting it to be down for an hour or two, but after I saw how smooth the Overwatch launch was, I really expected this to be smooth, and it has been.
Did this roll out the way some of the other Blizzard releases have, where it's kind of like by region instead of like all at once? Because I remember StarCraft had a lot of those.
It dropped in Europe first, but in the US it was 12 PT
For everyone.
across the board. Yeah.
How much grind is required in Legion compared to the past expansions?
I mean, depends what. There's always going to be something for you to grind if you want. That's sort of the point of an MMO, right? But if you're talking just getting to level 110, I mean, I've been playing since it dropped, and I'm 105. And I've been doing stuff like crafting and working on my commander hall too. So leveling won't take you that long if that's what you're trying to do. But as always, they're going to give you tons of stuff to play around with at the end game. Whether you want to do pet battles, dungeons, max out all your artifacts, there'll be enough to do. But if you just want to be 110, that probably won't take long.
Do you think this is do you think this is worth getting as someone who just wants to who'd like to see some of the story stuff and see some of that stuff play out, and then maybe not take part in sort of some of the deeper aspects? Do you think these are worth getting for I'm just gonna play through it like I would, something like a story mode?
You can play it like a single player game, but I mean, I wouldn't. I mean,
Right.
I
Okay.
can't even see that. Then don't play an MMO, right? But certainly, this is the classic characters. I mean, in some ways, this feels like this is the Warcraft's greatest hits expansion. They bring back Illidan, the Burning Legion, and they've put a big focus on major characters and major characters having important parts in the story. From what I've seen so far, so Sylvanas is the new Warchief,
Yours to command.
and it gets pretty crazy.
I know who that is.
Yeah, see, and
She's
you
a hero of the storm.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's absolutely.
But also one of the coolest things for me, in vanilla WoW, you've got the Prince Anduin. He's like a kid, and his father's missing. And then you've just his arc for me has been really cool, watching him through the expansions, and now he's kind of coming of age, which is
Alliance is really cool.
it is, Dan.
A lot of heroes on that side.
Yes, there are. Whatever, Thrall he doesn't even put on his armor anymore.
All right, listen. I kind of agree. I'm not as big of a Thrall fan as a lot of other Hordes are, but you got to give him props.
No, Thrall's the best, but I want to see him back in action.
Man, I've got all my class quests here. I guess we're just doing these. So we're really working. Oh, what is this?
You mentioned the story of Arthas, and that's kind of one of the things I do like about WoW having gone on for so long, is that even as someone who didn't play, I heard about I'd hear from friends and stuff. So oh, now this happened in World of Warcraft, and so having that really long legacy, I think, is something that's pretty cool, because then you get to hear stories about oh, what's happening with old Arthas. I mean, I used to hang out with him, but now
Good
I'm
old
just kind of
Arthas.
I'm just keeping up with it. I'm just keeping tabs. on
Arthas has
good
had
old
a real
Arthas.
tough life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he there was that period where he was kind of a bummer, but
Currently in the Emerald Nightmare.
tell me about it.
The Emerald Nightmare is a dungeon in this expansion.
It is, that's right.
And you actually get to see quite a bit of that as you go through one of the zones. I'm not gonna. Again, I don't want to spoil it for people who do get into the WoW story. I mean, it's always been, just straight fantasy, but hey, it's fun. Death Knights are fun. That's why I'm a Death Knight. Man, there's lots of quests in here popping up. So this is all order hall stuff. That's all we've been doing. We haven't even touched one of the new zones yet. But we'll get there. And again, we're queued for a dungeon, but no one is doing that.
Yeah.
Like, no one.
Another question. What about the lore? Last expansion I played was Lich King, but have been following the story for a while. Do you think they have course corrected and have a more sensible plot now?
Sensible. Well, let me tell you this. If you've played one Blizzard game, you know that all we're going to see here is a redemption arc, okay? This is what they know how to do. And I'm not saying that is a bad thing. I'm just saying, you know, classic stories, nothing.
Can't wait for the Widowmaker redemption arc in Overwatch.
You won't see anything like the Worlds of Draenor got a little bit too insane with the whole like time travel and altered dimensions. I'm glad we're not doing that anymore. It's getting things back down to earth. So this is cool. I can now recruit knights too. So instead of just like the big heroes, you've got like ghouls and knights and other crappy little guys. Yeah, I got 300 artifact power here. Yeah, we can put another point in.
Dogface Pig wants to know, where do you see WoW going in the next expansion? Artifact armor sets?
Yeah, they have to. Well, we have legendary items in this expansion as well. I don't know if you've had a chance to check those out. These are super cool. Let me see where I can find. I think they're in this thing. Yeah. So you get these as you play, and you can originally you can only have one of these on your person, but these are extremely powerful armor pieces that give you unique stuff that alters your effects. Like for example, as a Frosty K, this one gives me, you know, Obliterate gives me 2 runes back. This one's crazy. Increase your movement speed by 75% of your haste. Like, that's certainly what I'm going to be wearing at the start. But, yeah, so that's already they're dabbling in that. I think they do have to go a little further. You know, they can just be iterative, and they're already bringing artifacts to the table. Let's see how they turn out. You know, I would like to see more stuff, and I'm sure we will, but I don't even... I'm sure they've got material for at least 2... They're probably working on 2 expansions down the road at this point. Like, WoW isn't going anywhere. But what, you know, I'd like them to spice it up a little bit too. Sure. All right. I think we did all that stuff, and I think we have another quest to do. And just all these are class quests too. Okay, this one I have to go do a dungeon for, I think. Yeah.
Killer 7 Tom. Dan Tack, do you have some words on the eye-rolling vine I made last week?
Yeah, it was really great. Thanks. keep it up. I really appreciated it.
That was a
Where
very
the
good
eyes
line.
literally popped out of your head.
I did see it, and I think everyone in the office actually saw it. It got passed around. So yeah, keep up the good work.
Congratulations on your good hashtag content.
We do like hashtag content here.
It's all about the fun hashtag content.
All right, so we might have to go to a zone now. I just want to make sure I did all my class stuff first, which looks like I did. Normally, you're not going to spend that much time chilling in your class hall, but I had a lot of stuff just like building up because I never like to go back until I'm ready to train like 20 things. You know, maximum efficiency and all that.
One thing I'm curious of that I haven't looked into yet, what kind of PvP battlegrounds are opening up in this?
And you know what? I haven't even touched PvP yet, but as you may or may not know, there's a whole new like talent tree now for PvP. They wanted to sort of like make a rift between PvP and PvE so they don't have to balance around just the PvE stuff, which hopefully should result in a more robust PvP experience.
Okay. Well, a big favorite of mine was Wintergrasp when that came out, and hoping they...
Yeah, you know what I liked? I liked vanilla World of Warcraft when like there was no like PvP gear and you just basically had to use your raid gear, and that way you just totally destroy anyone if you had raid gear and they didn't.
In the old Alterac Valley days...
That's back what we called
Arathi
fun.
Basin.
Okay, no. Alderac Valley, that was never fun. Okay, that
Really?
was just a miserable experience.
Okay, what about Arathi Basin then?
Yeah, I love the base. The Basin and Warsong are the old school ones. The good old days.
Yeah, but I'm betting it's probably an island over here that's going to be PvP or something.
I'm
right?
sure. I wish I knew more about the PvP right now, but I've been totally focused on, you know, the first thing I do, get cap, start working on that stuff.
Dick Griff has a lore question for you, Dan.
How do you feel? What is all these lore questions?
How do you feel about the Ebon Hand working for the Lich King again?
Yeah, why not? Shouldn't we be working for him?
Yeah, because now it's High Lord Bolvar is the Lich King.
Yeah, he's a loser.
Dude, he's the best.
He's a loser.
He was such a badass at the Wrathgate battle.
Yes. Sure.
Dan, why are you such a hater on Alliance?
Because, I saw the error of my ways.
Dan's like a one of those smokers who quit smoking and then just completely hates smokers more than.
I don't know if we can
like-
count. Like, I played Alliance 12 years ago. I mean, that's not...
You could have just replaced it with. I stopped smoking about 12 years ago after
Yeah.
smoking for about 2 months, and like I can't stand smokers.
No, except in this example,
It's
the
not that I can't
Horde would
stand-
be smokers. So he became a smoker. Now he
That's
hates
true.
non-smokers.
If you want to be Alliance, more power to you. I just can't... I just can't stand it. They're too cutesy, and everything's just like, hi, I'm a dwarf. And hey, I'm a human. Whoa, that's really exciting.
I think the first time I ever played World of Warcraft was as a dwarf because I remember someone telling me, "Oh, they're the only class that can really play hunters."
Well, dwarf racials were overpowered like for years, like
Mhm.
just obscene. So they had some good stuff going for it. I just can't stand their zones. I can't stand their capital cities. Yeah, it's fine. You want to play Alliance? I can't. I'm not, So I completed Asuna and Vashara earlier. Now we're gonna dig into Stormheim. We're just at the entry point here, so we're just going to have probably some crappy entry-level quests, but all the zones have different factions to get rep with and all that kind of good stuff.
The music's good. It reminds me of the Grizzly Hills.
Yeah, we have it. I like the Grizzly Hills. We have the music down a little bit so, we can hear the game, but
Yeah.
the music, I'm sure the music is pretty good in this expansion from what I've heard. Yeah, it reminds me of like when I hang out with Wade. That's what we're getting
Just
here.
epic music is
Yeah.
just playing all the time.
Yeah, that's what it's like to be me, Wade. You just hear this all the time.
Ooh, I like that lift. Okay, has there ever been a Warcraft expansion on a cover for GI? I don't think there has.
No, I don't
Is
think
there?
so.
Yeah. Do they still make their magazine?
The what? The
Yeah,
Blizzard?
there was a Warcraft magazine.
Was
I
there?
got I got the first 4 issues.
I thought you were talking about us. Like, does Game Informer still make that?
No,
magazine?
No. There, yeah, I got like it was like a quarterly issue, and I got the first year.
So here's a question.
I was not aware of that.
What do you think a World of Warcraft expansion would have to do to get a cover? What would interest you enough to sort of start pitching?
I don't know
cover.
if we can
I
talk
need to
about
get
that.
closer.
Okay.
But honestly, it wouldn't take much. But like it all resolves, there are many different factors that go into a Game Informer cover.
Right.
I don't have a target.
Yeah, someone brought up a good point. I mean, at this launch, at least not that I've seen, there's been no lag or
Oh, absolutely not.
or disconnects from
It's
the server.
been super clean. Remember, we're only on day 1, and the West Coast hasn't gotten back home from work yet, though. So
True.
cross your fingers.
Yeah.
But honestly, again, after the Overwatch, I was sure that it was going to be
I'm out of
pretty
range.
solid. In fact, like I logged on and I never got bumped. There was no server, nothing. It was great.
Those shards of Frostborn, are they just perpetual? Is there a cooldown?
They proc, so
Okay.
it can happen when I hit a creature. I'll show you here. It's the base ability here. So your
Gotcha.
melee attacks have a chance to create icy copies of Icebringer and Frost Reaper, which will stab and pierce your foes. This is actually like one of the easiest artifact weapons with that ability because it's a total passive. You can't like do anything
I
about
need
it.
to get
So
closer.
it's the lazy man's artifact.
Yeah. So Dan, what do you think about like seeing other players and like a bunch of them having just the same weapons?
uh,
I need a target.
You're going to see that a lot on launch week, but after that, they're going to look very different, even though they're the same items because of the customization you can
Okay.
do to them.
Can you transmorg a legendary
You know what? I'm not sure.
item?
I haven't tried. I have my favorite transmog recipes. I went
Yeah.
into this, but then I'm like, oh,
It seems like they wouldn't let you just because of it's a legendary weapon. You know?
They do let you do all that customization, so maybe not, but it's kind of crappy because, like, all those weapon transmogs,
I can't attack them.
I have not tried it, though, yet, so next time in town, we'll give it a try.
Have you ever accidentally got rid of a piece of gear that was your favorite to use as a template for transmog?
No, because you can't even, in fact, you can't even do that anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the new transmog way is, like, if you get an item, it goes in your transmog journal, period.
Okay, that's cool. I like that.
I mean, you can't lose it.
Kind of like how I'm sure back in vanilla, if you accidentally got rid of a pet or a mount, like it was gone.
Well, it was a real pain back then because we didn't have a book to put them in, so you actually had to haul that all around. We didn't have 30 slot bags back then either, man.
Right.
It was man, those were the days.
You know what? They haven't upgraded vault space in the bank, have they?
No. But they have added other vaults. Oh wow.
Oh, someone asked, what is transmogrification?
Transmogrification is making your gear look different based on other pieces of gear you've collected at some point. So you can make, these two swords could look like maces, like super cool maces that drop off a raid boss 10x packs ago. But you can do that for all your pieces of gear. It's basically wardrobe customization.
Try not to get yourself killed.
So,
yeah. Like I've got this, these pair of pauldrons that are from I think
check this
vanilla,
out,
but I want to make them other.
Like I can get any of these helmet looks, If I go to town and I talk to the transmog guy, anything I've collected, I can create that as my.
Gotcha. So if they're in the book, they're collected, right? Is that how
No,
that
I was
works?
not looking at. I was looking at everything in that book. You can change it to be like just stuff I own.
Oh, I gotcha.
What am I doing here? All right, we still have to kill these volatile subjects. I go back and do that.
The Griff wants to know: is there a feature from another MMO that you'd like to see in WoW?
Yeah, sure. I would love WoW to have a more robust housing system. That would be awesome. Other games have definitely taken that to places WoW has not gone. And I mean, they're sort of bandied with it with the class halls and everything, but I'm talking like stuff you could collect trophies for in dungeons and stuff and set them up as you wish. Get a bed set going, that kind of stuff. So housing, player housing. I know that's not a top priority, but I mean, it's time. Every other game has it at this point. Love to see that.
Kind of stopped paying attention. Where are we right now? We're just on the shores.
Stormheim. Remember, you could do the zone first if you want. In this, because they scale with you.
Yeah, okay.
But like,
So this guy would be level 100, and the gear drops from the quest would be
Better.
tailored correct to the eye level of me.
so does that mean once you are 110, then everyone in Broken Isles is going to be 110?
The creatures I fight, yes. The players, no.
Right.
Only the stuff I'm killing is going to scale with me.
That's interesting because then if there's no like boundaries from the NPCs, then I wonder how the players are gonna disperse around the islands.
No. I mean, they're not. Like, I could be hitting this at level 110, and a level 102 could be hitting it too, and we'd both be hitting the same creature. It all scales. It's like, it takes care of that.
But like if you have to watch out for the opposite faction, you know what I mean? Like I wonder what level the other players are gonna be, depending on where you are.
Not a real concern. PvP has become sort of an afterthought in the open world.
Really? That's
Yeah,
good.
it's because if you want a PvP, you go to a battleground because you get rewards there.
Yeah, but what about honor points?
You get honor points there too.
Really?
You
What if I
get
don't
it-
like someone?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can still do that, but it's
Okay.
that's just basically a point. The only reason to really do that is because you're bored and you want to start a fight,
Right.
and that'll get a big group of people coming ostensibly to save you, and then they can have a big war.
Yeah, during the pre-Legion patch quests, I was going around and just getting obliterated because I had PvP. I was flagged, and so I was like, all right.
You better be flagged. PvP server, man.
Well, yeah, no, I was, but I was just because like the quest, like when you go to Westfall and you have to, take out Legion, it's everyone's just like DP or like AOE, and so I had to unflag myself so I wouldn't die instantly.
Yeah, that is a thing. And then the demons killed you in one shot anyway. So what did you really accomplish? So you can see we have a rare mob over here. These are all over the place, just like in Warlords of Draenor. And they have unique drops and
That's kind of cool.
materials. They're basically the same system as Warlords for the rare monsters. We're gonna go get them.
I don't have a target.
Yeah, that shark didn't stand a chance against a Death Knight. It's like I always wonder.
Yeah.
It's always like you're fighting a level 100, goat with your legendary artifacts. It's
Yeah.
just
Right.
like, wait a minute, man. Where's this goat been?
There's this
You
goat
know?
out here. This is a job for,
No, 'cause it's like
for a demon
It
hunter.
doesn't have armor on it or anything. It's just a goat.
Yeah.
Like it's actually just a goat, but it's level 110. It's like, how does this happen?
That's hilarious. Yeah, did it train in
It's on
Northrend?
par with a god tier Death Knight who's killed Ragnaros and God knows how many
Yeah.
other bosses, right?
Yeah, one of the first things on my Ashbringer quest was to go to Uther's.
Oh no, they killed it. Oh, it's back.
Yeah, it'll probably spawn again.
Yeah.
I had to go to Uther's like grave, and passing through the Plague Lands, I was like, well, they really got to change this now because all these cities have just been sitting here full of undead for a decade or two. Kind of weird. It's kind of weird that it's still that way. Like no one's tried to, I don't know, re-inhabit it or something.
That's what the level 110 goats are doing. They're
Those,
plotting.
yeah, you don't want to mess with level 110 goat. That goat killed Illidan back in Black Temple.
That's gonna be the final expansion for WoW. It's gonna be like the twist at the end where you find out all these like naive creatures were actually like the biggest bad guys in the universe.
I don't think it's good. Yeah, you know, I don't put it past. It's a redemption arc.
Yeah, exactly.
The cow.
We're
is
gonna
just
have to
really,
redeem
yeah.
the goats.
This is a unique
Are
mod.
city raids still a thing? Vanilla WoW had those in spades.
Not really. I mean, technically, yeah, you could still do it, but you probably wouldn't.
Not even for the glory.
I mean, hey, if you want to do something for the glory and you're really bored, go ahead. But there's better stuff for you to do now. I remember most of the time we'd only do that stuff because we were bored, right? Hey, I got some clacker clam diggers. That's perfect. Clackers clanking clam diggers. Man,
That's
Who
pretty
names
good,
that?
that's genius. All right, they were better than what I was wearing. You know, you kill a lobster, you get some armor. That's how it works.
I like all the awkward gear you wear as you're leveling up through these expansions.
Yeah. I won't even transmog stuff till I get 110. And yeah, this stuff looks a lot lamer than what I was wearing.
Did they get rid of the Path of Frost or what?
No, it still has it, but guess what? The Frost spec does not have it. I actually don't have that as Frost spec, but if I was another spec, I'd actually have it. Oh, wait, no, I still have it. Cool. Nice. Good call, whoever said that. You're getting me mic'd up here. For some reason, I thought I didn't have it, but you know what? We do. And that's great, because now I can walk on water. Which is way better than swimming in it. Alright. Got a couple of quests in this area.
That shark has horned gills.
Yeah, he's nasty. He's a bay shark, man. He doesn't mess around.
Yeah, the Path of Frost is awesome. I forgot about that.
Yeah, you know, you take damage it breaks, but yes, it is way better than swimming.
Of course, now you can mount in water.
Yes. Yeah, you can. Can't fly in the zone yet, though. Gonna probably have to do some crazy stuff to do that.
Yeah.
Because they want you to go through the quests, like, you know, on their terms.
What professions does this character have for you?
He's enchanting and tailoring.
I'm a big fan of engineering.
And I've been working on both of those as I'm going through. Because thankfully, professions are back. If you played Warlords of Draenor, you know that professions were kind of sidelined and just more of a garrison afternote. But now you have to do quests for them. You can actually get specialized in them. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Plus, I loved the layout of Dalaran and how it had it had like the sections for professions. You know what I mean?
Everybody loves Dalaran.
Yeah, Dalaran's the best.
Yeah, except for the alliance in there. Other than that, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, and you can you can go and start fights in the other factions area, but then the guards will take you out.
That's right. They did actually cool. There's like some. I think they changed the sewers of Dalaran so it can be an open fight zone too if you bribe the guards.
Oh, cool.
I think that's the thing you can do now.
I like that.
No sign of Sylvanas in the hills. What have we here?
Yeah.
That's one of hers, all right.
Okay, so you're looking for Sylvanas. I wasn't paying attention to the quest chain.
Yeah, yeah. So this quest chain starts with us like hitting the Isles on Sylvanas' ship.
So that's the Wind Runner, not the Wind Ranger, which is from another property that shall remain nameless.
That's right. Yeah, there's those properties might have a little bit of conflict. Who knows, right? It's been heard of anyway.
It's no Skeleton King.
That's right. He's not the Skeleton King. He's the Wraith King.
That's right. We're legally bound to say Wraith King or Skeleton King. This is WoW. Wrong one. Or Diablo.
So yeah, it looks like
I
they
guess
still
it's
got
a
the,
Alliance.
the pet battle system on the
Oh yeah,
Broken
dude.
Shore here.
I am hardcore pet battler.
What's your main?
Unborn Valkyrie. This is like kind of a template mod, you know. This is a classic compilation. I've got Unborn Valkyrie, which is totally awesome. If you don't have one, you got to get one. Anubisath, Idol, and Graves.
And these are all
Those are my main
still
three.
still mostly cosmetic pets, or
It's something.
Oh no, there's a whole Pokemon game.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's a
okay.
full-on
Is there?
like Pokemon
Full-on
battle
Pokemon
system.
battle system. Yeah.
And
I
what's
totally
funny
missed
is I think like the camera angle from the battle looks kind of like Pokemon too.
that's pretty cool.
It basically is Pokemon. I mean, more or less.
If they made a Pokemon Go version of that, would you play that or Pokemon Go?
I would play that, obviously.
Okay.
Because Blizzard would probably incorporate some sort of Warcraft like
Oh yeah.
cross
Yeah.
system.
Yeah. As long as there's no timers on it. As long as you don't have to wait 8 hours to get a new pet.
Right.
Yeah.
Or, pay gems or something.
Oh boy, don't start with.
Did you play any? Have you played any of the Hunter class over the years?
Oh yeah, dude. I was a hunter for many years because I was a really lazy DPS.
I remember the sort of my biggest achievement in WoW when I played was getting a Corehound pet, which I think at the time was kind of like a get, because I remember staying up until 2 a.m. trying to do like a raid encounter over and over again so we can figure out how to capture one, and then I captured it, and then that was kind of the thing where I was like, oh, I did it. Now I don't know what else to do, so I kind of stopped playing.
It's a cooler time than ever to play hunter because now you can actually go melee hunter with survival spec for one. Finally, at long last, you can be the melee hunter,
that's pretty cool.
and they're actually quite effective.
Although the reason I'm pretty sure the reason I started playing a hunter was because they got to use guns.
Right?
I
That's a
don't
good
think
reason.
That is cool. Yeah.
I mean, that's a good reason to do anything, right?
So what's like what's the hot new rare pet for hunters these days?
I think the Beastmaster actually has a special pet tied to the artifact that they use.
Oh,
So
That's cool.
Yeah.
so instead of like swords, they get pets.
The Beastmaster Hunter gets a special pet, yeah, but I mean, you still get a bow or
You
a
still
gun.
get- okay.
Yeah.
Is one of the artifacts that awesome like rifle that you see in the very first cinematic of Warcraft?
No, I think that rifle drops off a level 3 bear outside of Ironforge.
Gotcha. Suriel, what were you collecting those little not pets, but yeah, they were pets.
The cosmetic ones?
Yeah, the cosmetic ones.
Most of the ones I got were from like pre-ordering other stuff, but yeah, I remember trying to find like different kinds of pets to.
Now, I know people that play just for these pets, by the way. Just want to bring that up.
They're cool.
You
Like,
can actually just play the pet battles as the main thing because you can go do the old raids by yourself, solo them,
wasn't
try to get
until
these drops.
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't until I read the name of one of your pets that I was like, wait, you can have Anubis for a pet?
yeah,
Yeah.
just the
That
Egyptian
doesn't
god.
seem like.
yeah.
That seems like he's overqualified.
But okay, but it's cool. Like I got one today. I think everyone gets it if you play Overwatch. The baby Winston.
yeah,
Yeah, that comes with the collector's edition.
Origins
edition, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just fun because like when I first played vanilla, I had this little like falcon thing, and it followed me everywhere. And just to be able to battle with it was cool. I don't know.
it's nice to know that they've kept sort of the running animation for pets intact, where they're moving their feet ridiculously fast to keep up with you.
Yeah, they're little
Right.
guys. In fact, there's a cool item that you can actually take the appearance of your pet.
Wait, really?
Yeah, you have to win a bunch of pet battles. I almost got it.
I
It's
would
got
love
like
to
the
see you
pet,
turn
pet
into
mirror or
Anubis.
something. I would too, but I don't have it yet.
Killer 7 Tom says this is basically Dark Souls.
I would
Yeah, the
say
combat's
this is
basically the
not
same.
like Dark Souls. Say this is actually of the few games that we cannot compare to Dark
right,
Souls.
right.
I'm out of range.
Yeah, there's no combat rolls.
That's
Not yet.
I mean, some classes have dashes and dodges of that nature.
That's true.
I need to get closer.
Not Death Knights though. Death Knights are very slow. They're probably the worst class for mobility.
And you're tanking with yours, right? Is that the?
No, this is a DPS spec.
Gotcha.
This is the two-handed DPS spec.
That's cool.
Yeah. Blood is the tank spec.
Yeah, I think that Death Knights had one of the coolest origin levels.
They did. They were awesome. That was.
Yeah,
it was ridiculously cool back then.
I remember when Lich King came out, I remember saying like, man, why would anyone play anything but this class? Like the intro for them is so much better than some of the regular classes.
Well, you don't
they
like being a
had.
human where you just start off in Northshire?
I like
just start
being
there?
human starting in Northshire.
But yeah, they definitely sort of put a lot of effort into that initial plotline for the Death Knight.
It was great.
I'm out of range.
You know, they're a hero class. They got to get that.
Is the Demon Hunter?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah, one of the people in chat said the monk can roll. That's one.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
That's right. I knew about it too, which is why I got you. You know.
Oh, actually, I liked the Pandaren origin area.
Yeah, I thought it was. Yeah, it was all right.
I liked it. I liked it more than the Worgen one.
I like the Worgen one better. I told you, Worgens are the only good thing Alliance has. You have to get a little fresh with this guy.
I'm also glad that last expansion they did the stat squish, because now it's just gonna go
Yeah.
up again.
Oh, you know how they gotta dial it back sometimes. Otherwise, you end up hitting for 6 billion damage.
Yeah,
you know?
no
It's
kidding.
just like, come on.
I know. I remember, back in vanilla raids, people would be like, "What? Like, oh, I hit for 10,000 or some crazy high
That's an
number." every time.
absurd amount of damage right there.
Yeah, but then like, you get up a couple expansions, it's like, oh, only 10,000.
There's a level 104 goat right there.
Goats
Plotting.
Goats
They're,
be grinding.
they're a big problem in this.
Yeah, no, they're too powerful. Man, one of these goats could solo the Lich King.
Yeah, actually, very easily too.
I would love to see that happen. Just
And that's something cool they could do, like have people control monsters. That's completely stupid, but it's something cool they could do.
Someone asked, has Dan tried any of the new instances?
Yeah, I've done one. It's been impossible to find a group because everyone's just too busy blowing through the zones to try to get their commander hall worked up, do other class quests. I mean, it will happen. We're actually queued up for one right now, but the average wait time is actually 1 hour right now.
Wow. Well, we're getting there.
This morning at 2 a.m., I had them popping real fast. But
Yeah.
then people were like, wait a minute, I should probably just go do all my zones, my chores. Get my chores done first, and then I can have my ice cream.
Yeah, no, this the lift is cool. It reminds me a lot of what's on the east side of Northrend.
Out with it.
The dungeon scale as well, so that's also super cool. Boots or helmet? We're going with the boots.
For the dog.
Put those on.
Yeah, some nice new green boots. You know how this is every expansion.
Yeah, and then you just sell them eventually. And
No, I'm going to disenchant them.
Strength
That's what I meant.
alone will not win.
I like this little thing a lot too, where it shows.
It will get you started.
It's like a Warcraft style little window for the person
Yeah,
to chat in.
I've liked the quests in this so far, and there's been some pretty big story beats.
to the rest.
DeGriff asks, what was your favorite expansion before Legion, Dan?
It would be mine is the Burning Crusade with Wrath of the Lich King a close second.
Yeah, I think most people who played Vanilla would say Burning Crusade.
Burning Crusade is the best thing that ever happened to the world. Okay,
Not just the World of Warcraft.
Karazhan is the best dungeon ever made in any MMO ever, except for maybe Darkness Falls and Dark Age of Camelot.
I'm sure there's a chart showing that after Burning Crusade came out, crime rates just plummeted, and we got as close to world peace as we ever
Yeah.
got.
I mean, looking back on it, yeah, it was still a little bit too much on the hardcore side, even though I was hardcore. Like, it required a little bit much, but I liked that.
Xenosudo asks, how do you guys feel about the Tyrion and Varian's death?
I always like seeing Alliance get killed. No, I actually thought it was handled very well. I really liked that the Broken Shore quest line that has those in it.
Yeah, I was a big fan of that too.
I mean, it's about time they started actually, if they retcon it and bring these people back to life, I'm going to be super angry.
Right.
But I appreciate them actually being willing to kill off characters from major world events.
I don't think they will because there's already a statue in Stormwind of Varian.
Yeah, it was his time. And he died like a baller, okay?
Honestly, I thought he was dead in Vanilla when Anduin's like, do you know where my father is? I'm like, oh, sorry.
No, he was down with those Naga in that little pit off that island that nobody ever
Right.
found. Yeah, I found him down there.
I didn't raid in those days.
I think it wasn't a raid. You just
Oh.
back in those days, man, you could find all kinds of weird stuff just that they left in the world.
Cool.
Like, yeah, that was really cool.
I love seeing these goats just on random ledges.
But anyway, yeah, I actually liked that. When he said For the Alliance was really cool. Before he got owned,
Yeah.
that was cool.
Before he got obliterated.
I mean, he did like purely obliterated.
now, if you want, you can fight these, maybe not the goats, but like the squirrels and stuff with your pets.
I can. Just do people really want to see pet battles?
I mean,
This
we should probably
expansion
show off
content?
I
one.
want to see a
Yeah,
pet
sure.
battle.
Okay, we'll do one.
Fall damage.
Your horse is not into that fall damage.
No, my horse does not like it. Okay, where is this shipmaster? Oh, there he is.
They also want to know how we feel about the Warcraft movie.
You know what? I actually still have not seen it.
I haven't either.
I
I
haven't
want
either.
to.
Here's what I've heard. I've heard it's really cool if you like World of Warcraft cutscenes, which I do. But I've also heard it wasn't that great. And
Yeah.
I'm willing to believe that because there has never been a good video game movie.
Just
And
looking
there
at
never
it,
will be.
it seems weird to see live action people alongside like cinematic quality works.
But thanks whoever brought that up, because now I know what I have to do. I have to go see that immediately.
Yeah.
I'll bring my laptop and I'll play in the theater while I'm watching it.
We can just stream it now, right? We can change the stream to 2 hours of a Warcraft movie. I'm sure that doesn't violate any copyright.
No, yeah, we're not doing that. Everyone, forget Suriel said
Yeah.
that. Okay, thanks.
Dan, do you use any mods for WoW?
I do.
UI changes.
We are playing right now on the work PC down in our studio, which has absolutely 0 mods, and none of my custom setups or controls. But yeah, you can't live without mods in this day and age.
It's funny how they incorporated a lot of the mods into the UI.
They did, and good for them.
Yeah, like I remember, like now you can pull up your map and see like where to go for quests, but that wasn't always the case.
That's right. Back in the day, you had to have a quest tracker, man.
Dan does not give 2 shits about fall
I knew
damage.
exactly how far I could fall, and I knew my food buff was running out, so I was gonna have to eat anyway.
If you're an engineer, you could make a parachute, and I do, and it's awesome.
Yeah, so we're just rolling around with food buffs and flasks from the last expansion because there's nothing else to do with them, right? I'm on to my last strength flask. All right.
What was the name of that add-on I used all the time to find quests?
I mean, Quest Tracker was pretty popular.
Yeah, I used that one.
It was named after some sort of metal or something. It was like,
Named after a metal.
yeah, I don't remember.
Wade, what is it?
Hold on.
I don't have a target.
It's like copper or something. I don't remember.
Copper.
Cobalt?
Copper goat. Cobalt.
Cobalt.
That sounds
Was it?
familiar, sort of. It might just be a.
Like a
I don't know. That does sound like a mineral, or gem.
It was something like that.
Where is the stupid thing? Oh gosh, I bet he was in that cave.
I can't attack that.
Carbonite.
Carbonite, yeah.
It was
Thank you,
carbonite.
Aquarium Diver.
Yeah. Okay, what is this? Just like an owl dude hanging out here.
I mean, is Carbonite a real metal, or is that just in Star Wars?
It's real if it's Star Wars. All right, that's the rule here, Wade. We're not breaking that one.
Yeah.
Now I gotta find my way all the way back up there. I bet this dude's. I hate it when there's like something vertical and the quest doesn't tell you.
Oh, yeah.
That's my only myth.
Hey, who's this monster we can fight? Who's the little
Oh
pop
wait, is there? You want? Oh gosh, Wade, you are
Just
You
one.
are awful.
Take out this squirrel.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta catch it. I don't have a grizzly squirrel yet, so we might as well capture the squirrel, the skunk, or the mouse. I don't have any of these because they're all new.
While we're waiting for this battle to roll out, Griff wants to know, what is the best boss in WoW?
I need a clarification on that. Like, under what criteria?
His criteria was best. Yeah. The Griff, you might have to clarify. People are talking about other video game movies.
And I bet they are. I bet it was very controversial what I said that there's never been a good video game
Yeah,
movie.
someone said that the Super Mario Brothers movie was clearly this generation's Citizen Kane.
I'll give him that.
It was this generation something.
It was amazing. And don't get me wrong. I like watching Super Mario Bros. If I want to watch a terrible movie for the sake of watching something like so bad like the train wreck, you know?
It's on YouTube right now. No one's taking it down.
No one will ever take that down. Why? Why would you take it down?
That is a public work.
That needs to be out there.
My
as
favorite
like
part
a warning.
of that movie is at the very end. Daisy's like, "We gotta go back. I'll explain on the way," and then it just ends like, "Yeah, like you think there's gonna be a sequel."
It's the worst thing. It's the worst. I still watch it every few years just because.
Take down that skunk.
We're going to.
That's a strong skunk.
Oh, this skunk will go down fast, man. Nobody messes with the Anubis idol.
Ooh, Zelistar wants to watch the Mario Brothers movie with Game Informer's commentary.
I think that's sure. I'll talk to Reiner, see what we can
Yeah,
do.
we could release a commentary track so you can sync up with the movie.
It'll be like Mystery Science Theater, Mario edition.
Do you play any music while raiding? If so, what kind? I usually listen to Judas Priest and Disturbed while playing games.
Man, I think I'd get super like. I'd start breaking keyboards if I was listening to Disturbed.
Just
while I
get
was
so
playing.
jacked.
Yeah, I generally listen to like synthwave or EDM while I'm doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just keeps me chill. You know, after that stupid rogue has just wiped the raid the 10th
Right.
time, and you're just like, I just want to kill everything right now. And then you just like, Hello Darkness, my old friend.
Right.
Comes
Little
on, and you just,
Simon and
right.
Garfunkel. I
Yeah.
listen to Chill Step myself. Suriel, you listen to music while you game?
Yeah, I usually I keep up with like new releases and stuff, and so I'll play other games while listening to albums for the first few times. It's pretty.
What he's saying is he's top 40 kind of guy.
That's right. I'm top 40. No, I was. It's mostly like I'll just follow certain like hip hop blogs and stuff like that. So I was listening to Frank Ocean's Blonde for a while playing Dota and King of Fighters when I was reviewing it. It's a good album.
I'll keep that in mind. So wait, we did a pet battle. You happy?
Yeah, you rocked it. Now you
course
got
I
to
did.
challenge someone else to a pet battle.
I you know what? Not on the stream, but wait, if you want to like, you know, we'll do live stream WoW pet battles.
I think my the ones that I have are maybe like a fifth as strong as yours
Actually,
are.
I want to do a stream called Wade's very first pet battle. That's what I want to do.
Or yeah, where he wants to be the very best.
Portal Dalaran out here? What? Okay, we're never gonna find this quest. This is like the stupidest thing ever.
Zelistar is pointing out that we did a Game Informer the commentary for the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Oh, well then why do we need to do it
With
again?
Tim Curry, Jeff Markey, Fava, Brian Vore, and Ben Reeves.
That's a good cast. I bet they nailed it.
Well, I mean, the Super Mario Brothers movie is such a piece of art that you could talk about it for hours and not come up short on subjects.
Yeah, but you got that's a good mix there. You got the street comedy, you know, you got the puns. It's a good template there. I bet it went over very well. I'm gonna have to look that one up.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe I haven't seen that.
Yeah, me either. Fall damage.
There was like no fall damage there. Okay. Wow, where is this thing? I'm just gonna kill this thing and hopefully it drops an epic.
I need to get closer.
All right.
So you've been playing since around 2 a.m. You said?
2 a.m. CST or
So-
3 a.m. EST.
Yeah. And you're at 105, so yeah,
Yeah.
probably cap out in the next day or two.
Yeah, and I haven't just been strictly leveling. I've been going back and doing all the craft quests, and again, prioritizing my order haul because that stuff has like big returns later on. So you want to make sure you don't neglect that. So yeah, you know, the leveling process, especially if you're like a core player, will take you a couple days, maybe a week. You want to drag it out, but what?
Uh-oh.
Oh, what the heck is?
Uh-oh.
Hey, see, my dude came out and helped because I hired him.
That is cool.
Pretty handy.
You're just lucky there's not a goat around.
Watch out for those goats.
The goat would just get tossed into the mess. Man, this is that Spy Master again. Man, it's making me use cooldowns. I don't like this at all. Oh, this guy's hardy.
Too far away.
Wait, was that the guy I had to kill? Wow, that was the guy I had to
Hey!
kill. Hey,
All
wow,
right.
They found you.
Yeah, I think the quest just said this guy's never gonna get it. just let him have it. Oh, there's a purple chest in here. We're gonna go in here.
I'm out of range.
Yeah, when you're in the overworld, always search for those purple-hued items.
Closer.
They even added some of those to dungeons now, so
Okay.
they give you cool loot. Oh, that thing is just those old school bandages are just absolutely useless. I'm gonna make some new ones.
Too far away.
It's cool that they have a little bar at the bottom for your artifact power.
Yes, because it does function as basically another talent system and level system.
I don't have a target.
You
So
get
does it have like a level cap? Is that how that works?
Yep, it sure does. That is indeed how it works, Wade. You've been on point.
What is the level cap for your artifact then?
34 points.
Do you see them sort of expanding that in later expansions? and stuff?
This is certainly a trial run. Maybe even this expansion. We don't know. I mean, I'd love to see an expansion get. You know, one of the big issues they've had is giving post-launch support to these expansions. You know, in a meaningful way, instead of having just these content droughts that are unreasonable. I would say by any
Yeah.
standard.
These goats are just everywhere.
They are, man.
They're keeping an eye
They're
on
taking
you.
over.
Dan, do you play in first person ever for any reason?
I do not. No.
If
Third
I-
person. I grew up with the hard raids, and if you just had to be able to see your entire environment.
Right. If someone challenged you to do first person,
I'd probably get nauseous. I mean, I'd do it, but I'd get nauseous.
no, I don't think this game was designed in any part to be played first person.
It can be done. I'm not gonna like knock it. It's just like it's not for me. I got to be able to see what's in my environment, especially as a melee class where I'm popping off AOE's and stuff like that.
It's
you
just
know?
funny how like when you go first person, you just have no body. Your arms disappear. and-
Yeah, it's just like in real life.
Oh, what's that statue straight ahead? What is that?
There's a star here. I want to get the Warg pack.
Are the artifact powers, are those affected by rest at all?
No. But you can get artifact power through a ton of different ways, like just random drops.
I'm out of
Again,
range.
you're not going to be hurting for artifact power. You'll max out your artifacts
Pretty
at
quick.
a very reasonable rate. If you just want to do one, obviously you'll do it faster than if you spread it out. But where's this word pack? Is this it?
It's too far away.
People want us to do the
There it is.
the Street Fighter
I
Street Fighter
need to
movie instead of the
target something first.
Mario Brothers.
That
movie.
would be. It's not as bad as the Mario movie, so
Surrender to the Everblade.
yeah. we gotta do-
specifically the Jean-Claude Van Damme, not like the other one. Like
Okay,
the
okay.
The Legend of Chun-Li came out and was boring.
DeGriff asks, have you tried out the action camera?
the action camera. What?
Is that new?
What's the action camera? I mean, I'm sure probably just not something that I've ever used. I got the selfie camera.
Now that would be a good addition to this game, a selfie camera.
No, it's a real thing, Wade.
What does it do?
I'm not joking. It takes selfies,
Wait,
and you can apply filters
No
and everything.
way.
Yeah, way. I'll show it to
Show
you.
me.
I'm
Can you
going
get
to show
different selfie sticks? Like, is there an epic
forcing.
selfie stick?
There are upgrades you can get to your camera. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
This is an upgrade. Cool trinket. Hang on, I'll show you the selfie camera as soon as I equip this stupid thing. Alright. Alright, Wade, selfie time.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it. That's hilarious.
And you can do filters.
That's great.
Oh, how did you get that?
I'm into
How'd
this.
you get that
you
camera?
get it from the Garrison quest.
Oh man. that's
How long
great.
ago was this added? Was
This was I don't want to, midway through Warlords of Draenor.
Wow, I had
Okay.
no idea. I want to do that. I want to go in one-man Arthas and then take that.
You can, dude. I take selfies all over Azeroth, man.
Are they stored low? Like, are they easily shareable?
I mean, they go to your screenshot folder like everything else.
And
Or you can set up the game to tweet for you.
Oh wow.
If you want to go full social with it.
Do they have absolutely any lore justification for how
Yeah,
you can
the
send it to
lore
Twitter?
is it's a selfie. That's where they belong.
There's no like, oh, channel your energies into the social media realm. And
Back to Easttown.
Someone asks, wait, are you guys saying the Street Fighter movie is better than the Mario Brothers movie?
I am saying that. I don't know what they're saying. What the heck am I doing?
I can't say that. I want to say I saw the Mario Brothers movie several times, but I've only seen the Street Fighter movie
yeah.
once.
I mean, if we're using like strict objectively, this movie is a better movie. Like I like the Mario movie better because it's horrible, but I think from a pure standpoint, the Street Fighter movie is superior. It is still awful, mind you.
Yeah, when did that come out?
I don't know.
I remember liking that first Resident Evil movie.
Nope, no, you're not allowed to.
The Street Fighter movie came out in 1994.
In fact, if we want to go that route, I could say that I almost like Silent Hill, the movie.
I could see that.
It's a watchable movie, but that doesn't make it a good video game movie. Because a good video game movie does not exist. Prove me wrong.
Well, okay, so a good movie based on a video game versus like a good movie or a movie that does right by the video game.
Right, because Wreck-It
Those are two
Ralph.
different criteria.
Right. We could say this movie is about video games like Wreck-It Ralph, or the amazing Pixel movie. Now you want to see it? That movie is worse than Mario Brothers by a lot. So
Yeah.
DeGriff is saying that action camera is kind of a hidden feature. You have to do /console action camera full to turn it on.
do we want to do that?
Is it a trap? Is it gonna exit the game?
Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
It's going to delete all of your whole account.
Activate the camera.
Then you
with
hit
Alt
Alt.
F4.
Then you hit Alt. Yeah, exactly. Got to get an Alt F4 joke in there.
Oh man, I saw that so much back in the Warcraft 3 multiplayer days.
Yeah, it was great. It's like, hey, quick, you want to get an extra hero? Hit Alt F4. People would do it back then too.
That worked on me as recently as Battlefield Heroes. I
See?
don't know if you remember that game.
People would do it, man.
I remember asking how to crouch in that game. So I'm like, oh, well, also F4. I was like, that's weird. And then
That's just that's just good stuff right there. All right. I'm killing Torrens. I don't want to kill Torrens.
Yes, kill them.
All right, yeah, Torrens are kind of stupid. I agree. Or the one bad thing the Horde has.
Really? No, the undead's worse than
The undead are worse visually, but I really like the undead as like a thing. They're the worst class to play just because
Oh, sure.
even with the best gear in the game, they look like a rotting bag of bones. It's just terrible. It's like kneecaps jutting out and everything. It's just like, man, I want to see that. All right. Oh, here we go. What is this thing? Something that guy got. Oh, cool. Purple chest. Yes.
That guy's got magic ice. Oh,
Yeah, he
that's
does.
pretty cool.
That's super cool. Why am I not that class? Why does my class suck?
I'm sure they
'cause
fire
I
off
chose it.
one at a time. Like
Yeah, that's
some like Devil May Cry boss or something.
and clearly he's a frost mage as he has an ice elemental and
Mhm.
frost shards around him.
The ice elemental,
oh,
who is not
mage.
a morphling.
Yes, not morphling. Definitely not morphling. I thought there was a thing here I had to get. There's a thing. Alright, we'll just walk away. Maybe I'll respawn. There's some guys we have to kill.
Surrender to the Everblade.
Hey, cool, my guy came out, see?
He's here.
And he's here. He's messing stuff up. Hey, we got a dungeon pop. Is it
All
like-
right.
Now, normally, if we were just going for efficiency, we would never do this, but we're not doing that today. So, we will be taking the dungeon cube.
Let's do it.
And here we are. What is this? This looks like the Violet Hold. Those of you who remember this expansion, what the... Apparently, we're already knee-deep in it.
All right.
Somebody must have left, which is not a good sign.
You now join a raid in progress.
Yeah. That's clearly what happened here. Hopefully, I can make up for the shortcomings of whoever bailed on this group. So yeah, this looks like the Violet Hold. If you've never been here, it was a great Dalaran instance where you'd sort of fight prisoners as they came out of these doors. It would be sort of a, you never knew which ones you were going to fight every time you went in. This looks exactly the same, but with new guys.
That's cool.
Because the Legion took over, right? So he's probably, you know. Other than that, these used to be Dragonkin. Basically, it's the same dungeon, but, you know, redone for... I'm okay with that. Because there are two different sets of dungeons in this. You got leveling dungeons, and you got 110 dungeons, and mythic-only dungeons as well. There's a lot of different tiers. Basically, lots of stuff for you to do.
Zensuda would like to challenge your assertion that there are no good video game movies with the Street Fighter II, the animated movie.
Nope. I have seen that.
Not a good movie? Or does it not qualify because it's animated?
No, animated's fine. It's still a movie.
Don't think it's good?
I don't think it's good.
Do you think it
But
is
I
a good movie
appreciate
by
the challenge.
itself?
I appreciate the challenge.
Do you think it is a good movie by itself, or is it just not true to...
I don't think it's a
Street
good
Fighter.
movie by itself either.
Okay.
And I have seen it.
What was it, Street Fighter 2? There was that one, and then there was their Street Fighter 2V.
I don't know if I've seen that one.
I remember there being multiple Street Fighter movies.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
Animated movies.
I think there are good movies about video games, like
Yeah.
Wreck-It Ralph and
we did.
Grandma's Boy.
We did. Oh, Grandma's Boy. Is
I would...
amazing.
Yeah,
Grandma's Boy is like the best movie ever.
It's really good.
I love that movie so
Suriel,
much.
you're
I'm
not
not even
gonna
being
win this
sarcastic.
argument.
That movie is so freaking good, man.
Adios, turd nuggets.
You know why I like that movie? Because it tells it how it really is.
Yeah. It's a straight shooter of a film.
Yeah. That movie rocks so hard.
I remember when I tightened up the graphics on level 3.
Dude, yeah, exactly. Okay, I'm watching Grandma's Boy tonight. While I'm playing this. Dude, it's epic movie right there.
You're just going to have one night where you watch Grandma's Boy, Super Mario Brothers, and the Street Fighter...
No,
the
I
Street
think
Fighter
that
movie?
might cause actual brain damage, so I'm going to limit it.
Grandma's Boy was definitely a movie that a lot of my friends quoted for a long time.
Oh, that's because
in
it's an amazing film.
High school. And I did not care for that movie, and it was the most annoying thing.
Wait, he didn't care for that
You
movie.
know what? You'd care for it if you had robot ears.
That's true.
That movie is
I think
so
I'd care for a lot of
amazing.
things if I had robot ears.
Oh, just rooming with the roommates with the grandmas, dude.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, that movie's so good. Sorry, I'm getting off on that tangent here, but I gotta give props to that film.
I am a genius.
It's an
You must ingest more fuel.
It's an underrated classic.
All right, 80% through the dungeon? Is that what's going
Yeah.
on?
83% through the invasion forces. I don't know if we're going to get the second escape prisoner at that point. Which is basically just, a boss.
I need to get closer.
Traditionally, this thing had, 3 sets. So you do like 6 waves boss, 6 waves boss, 6 waves boss, but that's been changed a little apparently.
I mean, what's the advantage of doing a dungeon this early on in the expansion before hitting level cap?
Well, you get bonus, what's it called? Artifact power at the end.
Okay.
And you could get some drops. But as has already been stated, this is not probably the way to do things. It's not as time efficient or as valuable as regular outside questing.
Right.
But they're always available and they do scale, so you won't keep getting the same one over and over. Like there's a whole set of just leveling dungeons. So, and there's actually some like one-time bonuses you can get in some of these too that I found in the one I did earlier. Like there was a chest with some extra artifact power in it, like 150 of it. So that it's not completely. What's this? A noob-rack? I don't know. It's another noob. A noob Esset.
How many times have we killed this guy?
It's not. This is not a noob-rack, so we've not killed this one yet. I bet this guy has like leech flies and stuff, just like every other guy that looks like him. Yeah, see, he sounds pretty mean. Okay, we're popping cooldowns. That's the song of our next track, Wade. Popping cooldowns. New LP available this fall.
We should mention for people who are kind of new to the stream, we got Dan Tack and Suriel Vazquez here.
We are indeed
on
here.
Cam. I think, yeah, we.
Good job, Dan. You nixed them.
Well, that wasn't the whole
got it.
thing. We still gotta. It's got to be in another one. It's too easy. But yeah, Wade. Thanks for the intro there.
Yeah.
Hey, that guy's got a nice pet.
In lieu of my
That's my
fancy
pet.
graphics that
Oh,
I
that's your
don't
pet?
have on there.
Or I was talking about the two-headed wolf.
Oh
thing.
yeah. Yeah, they can. You can have like 2 pets out at once now.
What?
See, that's his artifact pet. So that's the artifact Beastmaster pet.
Oh, that's crazy.
Mhm.
2 pets, huh?
Yeah, I don't think it can be kept at 100% uptime, but I'm not entirely sure.
Uh-huh. What a wild world.
I
of
love
Warcraft
hunters
we live
though.
in.
Yeah, hunters are awesome, man. I love hunters.
It's too far.
So now we gotta break through some more invasion forces here to get the invasion commander out. As far as dungeons go, this is probably not the coolest one we could have gotten. Since you just stayed in one room the whole time and let stuff come to you.
I need a closer. I need to target something first.
Oh, I want a little Legion squad. Alright, get in there.
I'm out of range.
So a lot of the promotional materials for this game showed off. What's his name?
Illidan.
Illidan.
Yeah,
Yes.
he plays a major role in it, sure.
Okay. Is he part of most people's quest lines then?
Yeah, you'll encounter him. Certainly if you're a demon hunter more, but everybody will at some point.
Dan, have you ever played a healer?
Nah, I hate healing.
You gotta like be concerned about other people and all that crap.
I am concerned about other people. I feel like healing is more of like a whack-a-mole game. Where you just
Right.
watch the bars and hit the buttons, you know?
As opposed to the enemies where you watch the bars
Oh no,
and
it's
hit the buttons.
no matter what you're doing, you're watching the bars and hitting the buttons. But I'd rather not watch the player health bar and hit the buttons. I've always been DPS or tank. Don't think I ever even dabbled in the healing arts. But Shadow Priest is pretty tempting this expansion.
I'm out of range.
That still doesn't count as a healer though.
I think if there are enough people with pets out here, that this guy's just getting mobbed by a flock of like wolves and
it's just
other
that one.
pets
It's
and
just that
birds.
Beastmaster, man. The birds are also from the Beastmaster. That's Murder of Crows,
Wow.
the hunter ability.
Paul from YouTube asks, what do you guys think of this expansion so far?
I don't have a target.
We are, what, 12 hours in? The leveling process so far is pretty awesome, but we all know that that is not like, for Worlds of Draenor, a lot of players didn't sour on it until they hit the end game. And they felt that they were sitting in their garrison too much and not really doing into crafting skills or professions. So let's see what it shakes out at the end. But yeah, certainly for the leveling experience, I think the scaling zones with Worlds of Draenor style quests with better characters has been super cool, for sure. Again, you probably won't do any of these dungeons while leveling if you want to strive for maximum efficiency. But hey, we're here. Maybe we'll get some really cool loot. Who knows?
I'm out of range.
But certainly from an XP perspective, this is pretty terrible,
It's our first Dan tactic of the day.
Yeah. We're almost done with this dungeon, by the way.
These prisoners are useless.
Uh-oh. Is this the boss? This might be the boss.
He's talking like one.
Yeah, he's certainly talking like one. Everyone's hitting their cooldowns. It must be the boss. And we got the bloodlust going. Oh, yeah. That's when the DPS starts coming out. Or the dips, as we call it.
No one calls it dips.
I don't call
Yeah,
it
we
that.
do. If you don't call it dips, I don't know where you've been for the last 20 years.
You're not cool unless you call it dips.
Sooner or later.
Oh, gosh.
That's our second Dan tactic.
Stand against some AoE. Don't stand in the AoE. That's the third one. And that was not the boss, and I wasted all my cooldowns.
Oh, snap. You fell for it.
I did. It tricked me. I mean, this guy's got positionals. Let the fun begin.
I think one thing that a lot of people didn't like about raid bosses from previous raids are, the tank and spank ones.
Those don't really exist anymore. Like,
Yeah.
those just don't get made.
But it's just, yeah, it's fun. It's a lot more fun to have ones that have a little bit more of a puzzle to it.
Like, the traditional tank and spank fight just doesn't even exist anymore. There's always, like, little foibles like this one. We have to go free these Megatronists from their bonds. I don't see the Megatronists. Maybe they already got them. I think the Druid did with his ultra-fast speed coming back up here.
Dan, did you ever, you know those unofficial vanilla servers, right? That
Yeah.
I think they're offline now. Did you
Yeah.
ever play those?
Those are not, how do I even put this? Those are not Blizzard-approved servers.
They're not official.
But it seems like there's enough fan momentum behind something like that. If they did do those, that'd be cool.
That's a cool notion. I hope Blizzard does that. I wouldn't play on one. I think a lot of people say they would, and then they get bored with it. But we'll see. Wow, that was it? Man, this dungeon sucked. I mean, come on.
No good loot, huh?
I mean, I'm sure I got something for completion, like an artifact boosting thing, which we'll use now. Yeah. 35 artifact power for our trouble.
Hey, you know what? Between that and the pet battle, I think the pet battle was way cooler.
The pet battle was cool. That dungeon was not great, but hey, it's a leveling dungeon. Let's queue up again. Chances that we get one before the stream ends is not good.
Yeah. Do you like to tank at all?
I have tanked, yeah.
You're more of a DPS
Again,
guy.
DPS is my preferred profession, but I have tanked.
Dan Tech likes to get his dips on.
Yeah, just remember that's an official term. Like, I'm not even joking. That's what we call it. Next time, you want to school somebody, start throwing that term out there.
Oh,
They'll
dips?
know
yeah.
what's up.
Okay.
Yeah,
In,
just be
other,
like,
in terms like IRL.
Yeah, just be like, dude, I was doing mad bubble dips IRL. Say that. Say that, and people will know exactly what you're talking about. I'm not even joking, man. Just roll that one out at the bar next time. Try it.
You know, for a pickup line.
I mean, hey, if
I've
that
had
works,
the
you
bubble
know you're
dips. They're
golden.
not- They're okay.
Heads off the other junk.
I need to get closer.
Now close up on
I need to target
I need to find these other Vicroll champions. Oh, what is this? What is this? We got a thing. Dog the Lost. Gonna be lost here in a second. Hey. Let's turn up the bubble dips here.
Bubble dip.
That's a real term. I'm not even kidding.
I don't doubt you. That's not what amuses me.
Dan, when you raid, what do you use for communication? Do you use?
My guild is very old school, so if we were to get more modern, we use Discord or something like that. But we use Ventrilo still.
Yep, that's a good one. You never use TeamSpeak?
I did use the early days. We used TeamSpeak. Then we moved to Ventrilo and never looked back. And we refused to go to the modern age.
I mean, Ventral is pretty good.
Yeah, but Discord's pretty awesome. But yeah, we like Vent, as we call it.
Paul from YouTube's asking about Ghost Peppers this year in Extra Life, and that he needs to see Tack eat one.
If I'm here, I might be somewhere else. I mean, by that I mean I might be at BlizzCon during Extra Life like I was last year.
You missed out on all the pain everyone suffered.
I didn't miss on it. I wouldn't say I missed it, Bob.
Yeah.
I saw it. I caught the highlight reels.
I'm glad I did. That sounds painful.
Well, if it comes back,
It was extremely painful. People had to tap out. Like when we say charity, we mean it, man. You're taking a hit. And yeah, believe me, I'd be the first in the front of the line. Okay.
I would be last.
I'm having a little trouble remembering. With the Broken Isles, like, was that a setting in Warcraft 3?
I'm sure it is. I don't want to make any bold statements, but I'm pretty sure it was.
I'm trying to think of like when it was. What else happened on this island before now?
Wade, if you're like me, you don't follow lore at all because it hurts you.
No,
So
no, lore is good.
I mean, you follow. You know what I mean,
Embrace
man.
the lore.
All right, here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna get a redemption arc here for this character.
Oh, that's interesting.
All right, I'm looking it up. Unless someone can tell me
Wait,
in
so
chat.
okay, so who is going to be the person redeemed?
In this, it'll clearly be Sylvanas in this expansion.
Okay.
Like, first she has to die, though. Okay, that's how it goes, man. I'm sorry. It's just, like, this is the Blizzard setup, as they call it.
Is it her fault she dies?
Okay.
I can't attack that.
Basically, Sylvanas is Kerrigan. Okay, so the same thing's gonna happen with her.
All right. So something bad's going to happen to her, and she's going to have to like save humanity.
What is this? What is? Am I even supposed to be here? This looks like a really bad place to be. That's a elite.
while it still stands. The gods will not tolerate your actions.
What is going on here?
You will answer for your heresy.
Am I supposed to be here? There's like a talking head. This is like.
Even the statue head is confused.
Yeah.
With this question.
We
mark
gotta go
over
do
its
some other
head.
stuff. We gotta find the Gutspill champion.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, this did take place in Warcraft 3.
I'm
Yeah.
out of range.
Someone pointed out it was the Night Elf campaign. Yeah, this was I think in the area of the Tomb of Sargeras.
Yeah, this is where Gul'dan gets the. Yeah, okay, makes sense. So this is a stronghold of demonic activity, you could say. Hey, get in there, bro. All right, Wade.
Yeah,
What class are you playing?
I'm a Ret Pally.
Oh gosh, you would be.
Yeah, really, no, you gotta get those bubble dips.
Bubble dips are the best
Yeah.
kind.
I was initially, way back in 2006 when I first started, I was a warrior, but I love the idea of like wielding a big-ass sword, but also being able to cast spells. So that's
You know,
what I did Paladin.
That makes a lot of sense. You know what? You defended it, Wade, and I'll give you credit.
'Cause,
You,
like-
you weren't just like the paladins that go, I am the
No,
Ret.
No. Well, I mean, like the only downside about being a warrior, and I didn't know how to play at the time, but I just was constantly low on health, and so as a paladin, I could heal myself. So that was the balance for me.
Just be really self-sufficient.
Exactly.
I mean, but at this point in the game's life, every class is
Right.
self-sufficient.
Yeah, it's more balanced. But back in those days, you had
Yeah.
to know how to play it.
You know, you're not wrong. Back in those days, it was crazy. Like, you actually had to invite people manually, like LFG in the chat.
I remember those days.
I'd be like, hey, I'm a paladin, and then you'd invite them to your group, and they'd be like, hello, I am the Ret. You'd be like, what does that even mean? And he'd be like, I am the rat, do damage. You'd be like, all right, get out of here.
Get this guy the hell out of here.
Has the queuing for raids, does that change the dynamics of like
Sure.
class availability? Like are like healing classes still super set out?
Healing and tanks are still obviously the top-notch classes. They're always in demand. They'll always get instant queues, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And they made like a little baggy reward system to, if you're like the class in demand, you get bonus loots.
Really?
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
yeah, it is nice. I don't blame them. They're doing the tough jobs. As a Babel Dips, you don't have to do much.
Is that different from the bubble dips?
That is extremely different from the Bubble Dips. Bubble Dips is the best kind of dips.
Okay.
All right.
Babble dip isn't. Is not in the same
Babble
tier?
Dips is the incorrect way to bubble dips.
Okay.
Xenocito asks, I heard paladins aren't that great in this expansion.
You know, hey, there's going to be lots of balancing. You know that, right? Like, I'm playing what is probably the worst class for DPS right now, in contention with maybe one other, and I don't care because I know things will get changed, things will get balanced. If there's one thing for sure, that is the surety. So, I've heard the same though. I've heard those comments. Paladin might, for the first time in their career, might not be the best class of the game.
What do you think is the best right now?
For damage,
Yeah.
Feral Druids and Outlaw Rogues. And Outlaw Rogues cheat because they have to have really sort of a healer, a backup to be efficient because they drain themselves to use their powerful attacks. But they can basically like put a bleed on them to do incredible amounts of damage in a short period of time.
Well, they are outlaws, so they would cheat.
Right, so they have like the Dread Sabers, so they can like damage themselves to get full combo points constantly, which just does ridiculous damage, as you'd imagine.
I need to get closer.
So it's going to be the go-to class for like bad DPS. That one will be like, I top meters in the raid,
But
and it's like, yeah, we had to have a pocket healer on you. No, no, whatever. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
It'll be fine.
It will be. If there's one thing you can count on, it will be fine because you can always just go play pets.
I'm out of range.
We've always got pets.
Pets are awesome.
By the way, slash gut spill is a fantastic name.
Yeah, he's dead now. I'm sad. We lost him. Now we just have to kill one more, get one more Challenger's Tribute, and we can actually turn these quests in.
Oh, another thing that I think a lot of people don't know about is your naming convention for your characters.
Oh boy.
What's your strategy when you make different characters?
There's a whole methodology to that. Wait, why don't you tell him?
Well, so you got Dan Snacks, Dan Rax, Dan Chats. I don't even know.
There is a lot in the Dan family.
I can't attack.
And they're all just clever, you know.
You got
placed.
Dan Hacks, Dan Snacks, Dan Rax with 2 X's, Dan Rax with 3 X's, Dan Jacks, Dan Snaps. There's a lot of them.
Yeah, there's endless variations.
Is Dan Snaps your Snapchat account?
It is not.
Okay.
I deleted my Snapchat.
Oh, what was your Snapchat?
I only got on there to follow Brian Shea, and I just couldn't take it anymore, and I deleted it.
What was your Snapchat name?
I don't, probably Dan Rax, probably? It's a go-to. But I didn't want to delete my 100 Hunter from last expansion, so we went with Dan Hacks this time.
I'm out of range.
There's also been a Dan Thrax in the mix at some point.
Ah, a Dan Thrax.
Yes. I think I actually got reported and banned from one MMO a long time ago for that name. They said it was like Anthrax.
Oh yeah.
That was around the time Anthrax was in the news.
I meant no ill will with it, but you know, it's fine.
Did you just keep telling him, no, it's for the band?
No, I'm not gonna argue. I just said okay, fine, I'll change it.
Paul says, I want to see a new segment, Dan Chats, giving the hottest opinions on your favorite games.
Oh, good. I would love to see that. Wade, make this happen.
I believe you.
Let's make this segment.
You did that in the No Man's Sky chat.
I do that all the time. I do that whenever they have me on. That's where they stop having me on. Oh, that's funny. All right, so we're supposed to go in here. And, oh no, nope. This is not where I parked my car.
Oh.
Oh, I guess it is.
Oh,
Are we actually supposed to go in there? I don't want to go in there, man. It looks really dangerous.
you can do it. Oh. Maybe not. That was like a never-ending story thing.
That
Two
was
Sphinxes.
Yeah. Yep. That's a good reference. I understood that reference. Captain America.jpg.
Yep. Mr. Meme over here.
That's right.
So you got to get in there, but you can't.
No, we probably have to go on top. I should have known. I should have known it was a trick. You look in there.
You saw the guy run in and
It's
then
like
die.
that was just like you're gonna have a bad time, and I went in anyway. This poor guy's running back with me. Look at this! Look at this cheater running back in shaman wolf form. These guys, I tell you. When are they gonna give Death Knights a bone?
What is that head doing again? He's just hanging out.
It's the guy giving us quests.
Oh.
I guess I should have a snack. What do we have left here?
A dance snack.
Yeah, Dan Snacks is actually one of the names.
I like how no matter how many years go by, that some things in WoW just don't change.
Yeah,
Like,
some things don't, but a lot of things do.
Like the audio of when you take a big munch into something.
That is true.
Same
That has
thing.
not changed. And we are all very happy about that. I love that sound.
Do you think they've updated the sound file at all, or do you think it's just like
I think that
the same
sound
one
has
we've
probably
Yeah.
never changed. Some things just never change.
still like the same 12-year-old .bmp or whatever?
Honestly, people don't even really eat food in this game anymore unless you're like getting a, powering up for raid effect off of a table. A fish feast or something like that. There's an arm.
Oh, he just wants you to assemble his body again.
That's
Nice.
see, now it makes sense that we're talking to the talking head. It's all coming together, Wade. I knew it would happen.
I need to get closer.
Oh, what is this? Oh, one of these stupid disc things. I hate all this crap.
What is this?
Powering up archive
Oh, come on, Wade. Surely you've done one of the dungeons with these, the ancients, have all this stupid... Oh, what is this?
Oh,
Uh-oh. Something to
I
kill.
can't attack that.
Uh-oh.
I can't attack that. I can't attack
This looks
them.
very bad.
I can't attack that.
Grant its power to us. This land will be ours.
Too far away.
The tides of battle turn here.
I need to get closer.
Your friend's here again.
Yeah.
I need to target something first.
I just wanted to kill the ads because they probably did something really bad. Yeah, that's right. Look at that cool druid. So you can't see their artifact weapon on them, so it actually changes their entire skin. Whoa. Stuff is happening.
Their life.
Uh-oh.
A people's worth is determined by the great rulers of their people. If you wish to claim the Aegis, seek these ancient rulers and prove to them your merit.
All right. Looks like we have to seek these ancient rulers.
And then prove our merit.
That's exactly right.
Shall pass the trial of valor.
All right, I'm psyched. I'm ready to do the Trial of Valor.
Any chance I have to prove my merit.
You have to take it.
Yeah.
I mean, you get it. All right, what do we need? Another headpiece here? Yeah. As you can see, we're working on like a little bonus mission here, so in this area. You get some loots, some XPs.
By defeating the challengers.
Yeah, just by like, killing stuff and burning stuff, just interacting with the area could be the best way to describe it. Okay.
Someone asked, what do you think of the new Warchief?
Sylvanas being the Warchief is absolutely ridiculous, and, whatever. It's Sylvanas. Everyone loves Sylvanas, including me. I can't help myself.
Mm-hmm.
But it is, like, a sheer absurdity, right? Like, come on.
It doesn't make a lot of sense.
And I'm okay with that. This is a freaking... In this game, if you can't suspend disbelief for this game, I don't know what you can suspend disbelief for, right?
That's
So I
true.
give it a pass. I just think it's a stretch, but let's see what they do with it. Let's have some fun.
Because like the heart
all
of the
about
role of Warchief is the leader of the orcs. That's what it was originally.
Yeah.
Right? And then they
The leader of the Horde, yes.
Then they like slowly gained other people to the faction.
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of weird when the one troll dude was the leader.
Vol'jin?
Yeah.
Yeah, it still makes more sense than Sylvanas.
It does. No, it does. Absolutely.
But I agree with you. That is a little bizarre too. But I mean, they were having a lot of problems with those orcs, man. They were
Yeah.
just a little bloodthirsty.
It's just weird that did Thrall step down? Is that what happened?
They're all like sort of past. Well, he didn't. Yeah.
He became all spiritual and was like,
Just
no.
to simplify things, yes, that's the answer. And then they had a problem with the next Warchief. Man, did they ever have a problem?
Oh yeah, he wasn't good. Pledge yourself to the Dark Lady, Dan. I agree.
I do. Dark Lady, watch over me. That's what we say here. But I mean, yeah, she's awesome. Does she fit as the war chief? I personally don't think so. But am I gonna lose sleep over it? No.
Right.
I need to get closer.
Like we're in a game that already did time travel and dimensional rifts. So like, all right, sure.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like the Caverns of Time. I always thought that was just.
Oh,
some
Caverns
sort
of Time is amazing.
I thought that was just some sort of like fun meta thing. I didn't realize that they were actually wanting to do time travel.
Warlords of Draenor was like interdimensional time travel. Oh, this is a 110 level elite ox.
At least it's not a go.
That could kill every. That could just destroy Ragnaros if it got angry. Could solo Molten Core. Man, we need to find these other bits. Music here is pretty chill.
It's got those bagpipes.
Yeah, I love the bagpipes.
Mm-hmm.
I know Wade's a big fan.
I am. It just reminds me of the Grizzly Hills.
I like the Grizzly Hills was a good zone. It wasn't a great zone, but it was a good zone. What's your favorite zone, Wade? All of World
Probably,
of Warcraft.
honestly, yeah, all of Northrend I loved. Probably Grizzly Hills though. I just like the, I don't know, the wilderness, Howling Fjord. That's my favorite.
Oh, the Howling Fjord. Yeah, Howling
Yeah.
Fjord's cool. Yeah.
Cause like the dramatic cliffs and like the harbor and I don't
Yeah.
know, those like Viking villages are really cool.
There were Viking villages. There was the Walrus people, I think, made their first appearance there.
That was a sweet zone. I like that too.
I always like talking about the Walrus people. It's
But
just
then
like,
that was they also I think the first time we actually saw Dalaran is the floating city. I like that a lot too.
oh, of course. Come on.
Another trap.
Yeah. It's like I made it past the lasers.
I like that you're both just whittling away at its legs.
Of
you
course.
can't
This
you-
could not be that
They
easy.
don't even
right?
fit in the frame.
Yeah. So we've got some of the like, old war aesthetic going on here.
I need to target something first.
All right. Can I take the chest now? Where's the chest?
Shout out to Theodore Holmstrom, sorry if I mispronounced that, for asking for an episode of Replay Real Life.
Oh, dude, we should totally. I love. Hey, anytime Wade wants to do replay real life, I am down.
I think the last time we tried that, Jojuba fell over immediately, and we had to stop the episode.
Replay real life is the dream. Okay, I would do replay real life all day, every day, if it was possible. So yeah, thanks for that suggestion. Keep asking for that because I want lots of replay real life.
What would we play? What's your ideal replay real life game?
I don't know. It does because I never thought I just can't dream that big. I just want to do it all the time.
Yours would be like cooking or something.
We could do that. Would be an awesome one. Don't you think? Iron Chef replay real life.
Yeah.
Too far away.
Force everybody to make something out of like gamer food. That'd be awesome.
Oh,
dude.
wow.
You get Doritos, you get Mountain Dew, you get.
Done. That's all you need.
See, dude, I come up with these ideas, Wade. These are $1 million ideas that
Yeah.
we don't take advantage of here.
What could you make out of Doritos and Mountain?
That's the thing. The iron. You got to see what the Iron Chef comes up with, man.
true.
He's adding a pinch of Parmesan cheese to those Doritos. He's frying them up. I mean, what could happen?
Made nachos.
What could
With
happen
a-
here?
With a hint
Mhm.
of Mountain Dew.
There you go. See? This is so good. Wade, replay real life.
Some people use
Teams
wine.
up with the Food Network.
Some people use wine to cook. I use Mountain Dew.
Gives that hearty accent.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, it's organic. It's from the mountain.
All Doritos are organic and healthy, in case you didn't know.
Where are these dudes from? They're not Legion.
No, these guys are from what's that expansion? It's the one with Howling Fjords.
Yeah, the Wrath or the.
These are
yeah, Wrath of
Varkol.
Lich King.
Yeah.
Yeah, those Viking dudes.
Mm-hmm.
Man, they're just they're on no one's side, are they?
Well, they're not on our side. They're trying to kill us. And based on their gear, it looks like they've actually been Legion touched. They're wearing semi-demonic stuff, and they have glowing eyes. I mean, I'm sure it's in the lore.
Right. Got that green glow about
I
them.
need to
Yep.
target something first.
And they're like shooting fell poop at us. So yeah, you know.
Like that everyone's running in slow motion.
For in
Dan, I have a question.
Oh, I bet you do.
When do you think we'll fight Sargeras?
Next expansion.
Really?
Yeah.
That would be cool. I mean, we would lose, but that'd be cool.
No, we'll win. It'll be like one of those things where you can't win, but you can win the encounter.
Sure.
The trial of will.
Because, like, how do you defeat what's the equivalent of, like, the devil?
They come up with ways, man. There'll be a redemption arc.
Oh, yeah.
That's actually when Sylvanas will sacrifice herself. She'll be
Classic
like,
story.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I have to go now.
I can't be the war chief.
Exactly.
I am
And then it'll be like,
resigning from my
Sylvanas, don't
post."
go. She'll be like, I am already dead. And then it'll be the end.
And it'll be like, da-da-da, da-da-da.
The scary part is I can actually see this happening. I'm already cringing. Look at this guy.
Need a target.
I don't even know what that was. Alright, we need one more piece of this stupid thing, don't we? Oh, no, we got it all.
But you know who will still be around after everyone's dead? Gul'dan will still be around.
No, I think he actually has to die for real this time.
He's died like 18 times.
Well, what if it wasn't we did the alternate dimension, right? So there's two of them, right?
But I swear he died in Warcraft 3.
Yeah, he dies all the time, but he's eternal.
Everyone knows at the end of the World of Warcraft, the only thing left will be the goats.
The goats will have taken over
the
at that point.
goats.
Then we have the goat expansion.
That'd be a pretty good way to send it off. Just
No,
free
that-
expansion where
that
everyone
would be
turns into a
awful.
ghost.
What if instead of
Goats.
like battling Sargeras, you had to battle his pet, and it was pet battles?
I think that would be met with some extreme resistance from the community.
I
say
will
the
wipe out
least.
your world unless you can beat my pet.
Like, I actually like pet battles. They're a really cool, like, side game.
I'm out of
Yeah.
range.
But incorporating them into the main fold is...
Do they? Okay, another thing I love about WoW, I love like when we get into the holidays, I love like the Halloween, the Oktoberfest, like all that stuff.
Those are fun, and they have
Yeah,
unique
those are
pets and toys.
Yeah,
really
like the headless horseman dude, and like
I'm using them out right now.
do they have pet battles incorporated into that stuff?
They do.
Okay.
Like
I
some of the... You can only get the creepy crate, which is a really cool pet during Halloween.
yeah, I want to start doing that stuff because that's cool.
All right, well, you can.
When I first started WoW, like it was during the Halloween thing, and that was a lot of fun.
The Halloween event has been a staple since the dawn of time. Since the beginning of the world of Warcraft. All right, we got a neck, 735 neck, 735 ring. That'll do it. And now our dude's
How
on.
much
We've,
gold?
we've created him.
How much gold do you have, Dan?
29K.
Holy crap.
That's actually very little for this expansion. Like,
Oh yeah, because there's crazy inflation as you go to each expansion.
yeah. What do I have to do with this thing? Learn about the Trials of Might. Okay. Let's go learn. This quest chain has to give something good at the end. This has been...
It's been a little grindy.
That's been grindy so much as it's been like a lot of wandering. Some of that's my fault though.
Yeah, I'm super thankful for like how they've tried to make quests more streamlined. Because yeah, back in vanilla days and even Burning Crusade, like it's like, hey, go find this thing and do this. All right, where the hell do I find it?
You know, it didn't matter in Burning Crusade because you had some amazing raids, like the best ever. I don't think those raids will ever be topped. Karazhan for the more casual raiders and the big ones were insane. Like
The Black Temple.
Black Temple was the pinnacle, yeah, but you had Tempest Keep and Serpent Shrine Cavern are amazing raids.
Are those the best raids of all time?
No, I don't know. Of all time? No, but they're really, really good.
What are the best raids of all time?
That's a really good question.
But like
I think
Burning
I'm
Cru-
going to have to write that top 5 raids of all time.
in Burning Crusade, you face Illidan, right? And then
You do. At the end in Black Temple.
All right, and so allegedly, I mean, we think we'll face him again. I mean, that's what is being
Well, he's
hinted.
sort of like he's sort of on our side this time.
Is he really?
Sort of. I said sort of. Yeah, he is.
Man, people just keep coming back in this game.
You got to understand the redemption arc. It's very important.
I really like that they're branching out and doing something new, like a redemption arc.
I mean, they will never do it. Okay, yeah. Here's what we won't see in this expansion: a redemption arc. Oh wait, I think we will. We will always see redemption. That's fine. You know, whatever.
But
I give him too much crap for it.
God, what about
it's classic? It's classic fantasy.
But Grom, he wasn't redeemed, right? He was just an a-hole all
Correct.
the way through.
He was not redeemed. He was just an a-hole. Thank you,
Is
Wade.
irredeemable.
You've put it so succinctly. Wait, I don't think I should be doing this yet. I want to go here. Oh gosh. All right. I guess we're following an owlbear now.
A raven bear.
Yeah. Well, he's a.
Totally different.
You're right. No. Yeah. Okay.
No resemblance.
None whatsoever. I mean, yeah, he is a raven bear.
He's also frightened.
We found his colony.
Dan, what add-ons do you use, or do you
Um,
max Bub's DPS with default UI?
No, definitely add-ons are used. You got to get actually, if you go to Curse, actually is where you can find all the best add-ons. That's what I do anyway. And I just download them and put them right in, like DBM, Auctioneer, stuff like that. The classics.
Carbonite.
Yeah, Encased in Carbonite. My boy Solo. What is this? What do I have to do here? Antlers and tail. Oh, I have to kill animals? Wow, this is the task.
Speaking of classics.
Yeah.
It's too far away.
They're gonna make me kill helpless animals. And dragons. Uh-oh. The ante's been upped. We got him. We did it, guys.
I'm glad I was here to help.
You won that fight. Could not have done it
Yeah.
without you.
I do what I can.
I'm out of range.
I see a star mob over here. By the name of Starbuck. What do you think Starbuck is? Sounds like a deer.
Starbuck? Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't have time to guess. Would have been funny if you were a goat.
I mean, kind of looks like a goat.
It's
Yeah.
a goat deer. They've evolved. They're learning.
Range.
Fall damage.
Wade's a big fan of fall damage. The Rite of Valkyrie. What is it?
We got about 15
It's
minutes
a relic.
left
15 minutes?
of the stream. If you have any other
You're killing
burning
me, Wade.
questions.
Not enough time to do a raid.
No, not enough. Well, a dungeon, yeah.
We could
Dungeon.
one-man Arthas.
We're not doing that.
We have to do everything in our power to try to get a goat to fight Arthas.
A holy artifact relic. We can't use a holy artifact. What? Man. That's stupid. That Starbuck is stupid. But I guess if you're a holy priest, go get it.
I need a target.
All right. Making some progress. I mean, we almost got to 106.
You think we can hit 106 in?
No, not in
15
15
minutes?
probably not. But we'll see.
And then, do you typically go back to an inn when you log out so you get that rest?
It's too
Depends when I know if I'm going to play again recently. Like if I'm logging off for like days, absolutely. That's really helpful. But if I'm just like logging off for 15 minutes or an hour, it's not worth it.
I used to play with a buddy of mine. Every time we'd finish playing, we'd always hearth back to a tavern and then have a drink and then log off.
Well, leveling was always like way harder back then. Like it used to take a long time to level, even playing extremely rigorously. These days, you could do the leveling. They've got other stuff for you to do than level, which is nice. But I remember the process being quite a bit more, lengthy.
Yeah, rest used to be really, really important.
Now they understand, like, the content to leveling is not that important because it's not what everyone's going to be at, right? It's more important to make the endgame content stand the test of time than like some random stuff you're going to kill to get a level.
Because the leveling stuff will eventually fade away. So.
It's designed to get blown through. I mean, it's fun, but you're only going to do it once probably, depending on your characters.
I need to target something first. I need to get closer. I'm out of range.
That was Wade's dragon right there.
No!
Sorry, Wade.
Do you have any major complaints with the expansion so far?
Can't see them yet. And again, they may become more visible later on.
Too far away.
Right now, we're in the leveling process, which has been very reasonable. I've liked a lot of the quests. The zones are cool, for the most part. The artifact weapon leveling system is neat. But again, where will all this be at level 110 is the greatest question of all time.
Yeah, I really liked the pre-expansion content that was leading up to it.
Yeah, it was nice. I agree.
me-
I'm very positive about the expansion thus far, but you have to be careful, especially when you're dealing with an MMO, to start keeping praise on this early.
Yeah.
It's just not something I'm going to do.
I'm out of range.
For me, it's hard to top how cool the necropolises were above the capital cities leading up to Wrath.
Yeah, the class halls are super cool. Like, the Death Knight's kind of got a recycled one. It's still super cool, but, like, you know, they already kind of had theirs.
I don't
But to
have
see some of the new halls that didn't have that, like Hunters and stuff like that, was super cool.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like, Druids, Monks, and Death Knights all kind of already had their sort of class hall as part of their unique aspect of their class. But now everyone's got one. It's super cool.
Mhm.
It's too far away.
You need these antlers. Owls need antlers.
I need to get closer.
Owls Need Antlers is the name of my band.
That's a good name. That one and Bubble Dips.
Bubble Dips. Bubble Babble Dips.
The Babble Dips are the bad DPS.
That's true.
And the
Well,
Bubble
it's-
Dips are the good DPS.
That's, you know, that's the meaning. It's a complexity in the band name. It's just you
There
got-
is.
you-
It's a
you
very
take the good and
complex
the bad,
phenomenon.
Tony wants to know, how do you think the raid is going to be?
Well, there's more than one. We're getting 3, plus the Karazhan revamp. How do I think it's going to be? I mean, I hope it's good. I hope it's fun.
Are you excited for the all goat raid?
I would love an all-goat raid. I mean, we can't really tell. The raid won't even be open right away, I don't think. We have to wait.
Bald
a week.
eagles to kill.
Yeah.
I need to
But we're getting some, like the Emerald Nightmare, obviously I'm very interested in exploring that, and obviously the big bad of the expansion is in the 3rd raid. And hopefully when we kill him this time, he dies for good. In a horrible, horrible way. But I swear, if, like, you know, the Alliance Ghost comes back to kill him, I'm gonna shut my computer off.
Yeah, they wouldn't do that.
They would
I
never
don't know,
do
because
that.
they brought back Arthas's father at the end of the...
I'm aware. I'm aware of what happened.
I know, but the only reason why that made a little sense is because Frostmourne, like, devoured the souls of the people he killed, so he came
It
out of the
did.
sword.
It did, and I'll agree. It does make sense. But if we see the guy who got blown up into literally oblivion pieces,
Right.
then I will be extremely disappointed.
Yeah.
What if they had a redemption arc?
They will have that. I promise
For
you.
who?
It doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter, Wade. There's always a redemption arc.
I was blown to pieces, but I found a way to redeem my pieces.
And again, I'm giving a little bit of good natured ribbing here. That's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just like, you know, it's just very predictable at this point.
Yeah.
It's too far away.
I will say, I didn't expect the end of, when you were taking down the Lich King. I didn't expect things to go down quite that way.
Okay.
Maybe you did. Maybe you saw
All
it.
right. Yeah. You know, exactly that way. No, but you know, that was a good dungeon. It was a good raid. I had a lot of fun in there. Ice Crown Citadel. Good times. Did a lot of bubble dips in there.
Yeah.
Memories of bubble dips.
The first time I actually really got into raiding, though, was Mists of Pandaria, which I think I'm in the minority. I liked quite a bit.
No, Mist was a very like logistically and mechanically sound expansion. Just people couldn't get over the pandas and and the
Right.
stupid monkey. Oh my
Which-
gosh, dude! Hearing about the monkeys going ooker and the duker, it was just like I can't believe what I'm seeing. Like, what is this? Is this for real?
Yeah,
Like,
no, that makes sense. But despite all that, I still really liked it.
I can't knock it mechanically or functionally. That's a lot. There was actually a lot of really great things in Mr. Pandaria. It's just like it was really hard to get past like the, hey, I'm a brewmaster and here's a stupid monkey thing and he's gonna get. He literally says ook duke.
He does. He does say that.
It's like, what am I doing?
But,
What
you
am I
know,
doing with my
just-
life? It's like I'm listening.
That's the moment where you ask that question?
That's the moment.
I like brewmasters.
Brewmasters are cool. The best April Fool's turned actual thing in the Warcraft universe.
And a lot of people were like, oh, this is just like Kung Fu Panda.
I mean, I didn't even say that, Wade. I just went right for the Hosen.
Oh. Oh, the Hosen.
And the Dukers. Oh, we have to do a thing now? What is this?
You can either
Wave,
punch,
spin, and
tornado.
flap. All right, I
Yeah.
spoke too soon.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Here we go. Hooker and the Duker.
What do we do? Wave, spin, flap.
Mimic the Raven Bear's dances to help complete the
All right.
ritual.
Okay, we didn't do it.
You failed.
I didn't even know what was going on.
Ka.
All right, we got wave, spin, and flap.
You got to go with them. You gotta,
Yeah, really?
come on, Dan. Let's see your dance moves.
I'm trying to watch. All right,
So
we
wave.
wave. Spin. Spin. Spin.
Caw.
What is that, a flap?
Wave.
That's a flap.
Oh.
This
is horrible. This is horrible. Wait, I did it. Come on.
No, he said caw.
Oh my god.
Like his name is Caw.
Okay, this is...
This is the hashtag content we crave.
We wave.
We wave.
What is this?
Oh man, we need.
This is the flap.
I need to pipe in chicken dance right about now.
What is that? What is that little stomp thing?
That might be a wave. Maybe that initial wave isn't
It's
the
that
actual.
stomp thing. It's the stomp thing that's getting me. I don't know what that is.
I think
Is
that
that a spin or is it?
my guess it would be the wave, but like I think the wave at the beginning is maybe not.
That's the spin. And 2 spins,
That
and that's the flap. Okay, what is the stomp thing? I don't know what the stomp thing is.
Huh.
Something must be a wave. It's got to be. All right.
Yeah.
We're replacing the stomp with the wave. Wait, how are we doing on time?
so far this has been.
Oh, there's plenty of time for this, Dan. Don't you worry. We're gonna
Alright.
get through it together.
Okay,
This
good.
has been the most trying thing in this entire expansion so far.
It's-
Channel your Kevin Bacon. The chat says.
I'm channeling it right now. Channeling it so hard. Uh-huh. Oh, I did the wrong thing.
Oh, that was this.
There's 2 spins. I don't know how much forgiveness there is. Probably 0.
No, caw.
Spin. Spin. I did it.
Nice.
Alright.
This is a real thing that exists in real life. Just remember that. What the?
Uh-oh.
I'm glad we
Oh my
overcame it.
gosh,
Oh my
what
god.
is this?
What?
Okay. You know, this is... I don't know.
The Raven Bears have summoned a dragon.
I don't know what's going on anymore, man.
Maybe go talk to him.
I can't. I'm frozen in
you're
place.
cowering?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
Man,
that's a thing that
That
happened.
dragon did really.
Wow, this game just got real grim real
I
fast.
did not like that dancing at
They
all.
they died dancing, my friend.
Oh, by the way, while you're dead, do you mind
Wow.
giving me these bits of armor?
This is brutal right here. Like this is
This
awful.
is messed up.
This is the worst thing that's ever happened in World of
Those
Warcraft.
Raven Bears were just dancing, and then this dragon comes in and says, "I don't like your dancing," and
Yo,
kills
thi-
all of them.
This expansion just took a dark turn. From dancing
Man.
bears to massacres.
No redemption arc is going to save you from that.
No, they're dead.
Dan, someone in chat asks, why was Dan Tack wearing an Alabama shirt on the one podcast a few months
It's a
back?
mystery.
Okay, we'll leave it at that.
It's a major mystery.
The clues are all there if you know where to look.
Like, and Suriel says there are clues.
We're at about 5 minutes left of the stream. If you got any last minute questions.
All right. I got a question.
Oh, all right.
What are the questions? Boom. You didn't expect that one.
We're going to need a redemption arc to save this stream.
Dan, you need a redemption arc.
All right. I accept this. This zone, I don't know about this zone. It's okay. I like the other one too that I did before this.
Yeah. Seems a little grim.
Well, I like Grim is good. This game getting dark is fine. I mean, we had a dark opener, as you recall. But like, I don't understand the point of massacring raven birds. That's a little, I don't know. Now, where is this thing? we're
These are
looking
the tough moral quandaries that the World of Warcraft presents us with.
for? It's true. It really, it's a morality play.
Where was he when everybody was getting killed?
He was, he's a Death Knight. He comes out when he feels like it.
Someone asks, Dan, Sombra thoughts.
I think they're doing an amazing job at keeping this, at keeping that ARG rolling. I can't believe people are as excited about it as they are. I'm certain it's going to be a cool hero, but I mean, just wait for them to release it.
Yeah,
Like it can't possibly live up to the amount of hype they've produced
Yeah.
with the ARG at this point.
I've definitely seen people souring on it. Of just like, this is a little...
I'm guessing it's going to be some kind of stealth hero.
Yeah. This is a little too obscure. This is a little, like... I think a lot of people were complaining about it being based on, like, timed unlock. So, like, no matter how hard you look, you weren't going to find anything until Blizzard wanted you to.
You know what? Hey, it's cool that they have, like, those little
Yeah.
Easter eggs out there. But, man, like, if you get into it, you know, you're getting into it. And I really hope he's the villain, by the way, too. We have too many good guys in that universe.
That's true, yeah. But I think people were expecting, like, since it's an ARG, all the information is hidden. I think people were expecting, okay, if I go from A to... if I figure all of this out, I should be able to figure out, like, what Sombra is or whatever. But
and you may be able to... I mean, people get really deep into ARGs, man. You get sucked into those things and, like, you know... You make a World of Warcraft raider look like a casual, like the amount of time you put into one of those.
So, like, I think people were kind of upset that it was what it was always going to be, which was a marketing campaign for a new character. So, like, they weren't ever going to let people actually... Like, they weren't going to leak anything through the ARG that Blizzard didn't want people to know.
Well, you know, you could have. Who knows? Play the leftovers, what?
Should I save my money for Legion or Rise of Iron?
Well, that really depends on what you like,
Yeah,
right?
it's tough.
They're very different games. I mean, like, in some ways they're, like, both time sinks or whatever, but I think most people probably know where they stand on that. On that.
Like, I'm sure they're both... I think, you know, I don't know about Legion yet because we're still here, but, like, they both seem like high-quality additions to their core content.
I will say, though, that for some reason, I think a lot of the people I played Vanilla Destiny with have been asking me, like, hey, are you going to get back in for Rise of Iron? Which didn't happen with Taken King.
Expansions do that.
Yeah. So we'll see how popular Rise of Iron will end up being.
I cannot find this guy. It's got to be like an underpass. Oh, maybe in the vault below. Finally. Duh.
Paul wants to know, what is Dan having for dinner tonight? Matter of life and death.
I'm not available to share that information at this time. And honestly, not because I don't want to, just because I have not had time to think about that. Because all I've been doing for the past unbelievably amount of hours is play World of Warcraft.
You're not just going to have Doritos with Mountain Dew?
Probably just a cup of coffee.
Just one cup of coffee.
You're going to have to solve the Dan ARG to find out.
The Dan ARG is the best ARG. In fact, there's one already going. In fact, it got brought up like 10 minutes ago.
If you want to know what Dan is about to eat, you have to solve the mystery of the Alabama sugar.
We have fun here.
All right, we're coming to the end. We could probably finish the quest and then call it a night.
Yeah, we got a Trial of Might sequence here. We have to defeat Jotnar. Oh, all these machines. I guess people really did like Ulduar and all this stuff from, you know, the makers. It's not letting me do anything. Let's have to wait a second for the quest to repop. That guy was just doing it. I see they're chill now. This place is pretty cool. This is a nice, like, hotel motif.
Huh. So we just had to wait for the
Yeah, it takes
NPC to respawn.
Takes a minute to repop, yeah.
Activating sequence. Trial of Might.
I hope you are ready to face your first trial.
I can't attack
outsider.
that target. I can't attack that.
Can't attack that,
As
guys.
the keeper of this vault,
Can't wait
it
for
is
him to
my
finish.
duty
It would be
to
rude to
testify
attack him.
those who
It would be.
wish to proceed.
Dan's a man of manners.
Indeed.
Someone wants to know how many hours does it take to get to 110, since you're already at 105.
106. I don't know. I mean, it's going to vary based on the other activities you do, of which there are many. Let's just say 22 to 35.
It's a good spread. All right, man, you did it.
Decades of waiting without a worthy challenger, only to be beaten.
Probably just 40 actually. And it's gonna get imp up, and like you got to factor your artifact levels in too. So it's kind of not a straight line.
Trial of might, outsider. Seek me at the vault's
All right.
entrance, and I will grant you the blessing of the Watcher.
We won.
Nice. Hashtag blessed.
Good day, we won. This better be an amazing reward.
Let's see it.
Yeah. Some decent relics. Not worth this effort, though.
All right, and that's
Wipe
going to
some.
close it out for us.
Yeah. Sadly. All right, Wade, close us out.
You have to say goodbye to
I
the
will.
stream, Dan.
I'm going to.
I shall grant
I want to thank everyone for showing up today and for watching us play some World of Warcraft. And we'll probably be back to revisit this at some time at high level, maybe. So, yeah. Send your cool stuff to Wade and make him do more of these. There you go.
power aid you when
All
you
right,
need
thanks for
it
watching,
most.
everybody.
Go forth, champion of